And welcome everyone to another episode of Here on the Waste, episode number 32, where we play Horizons Unknown After Earth RPG. We are back here every Friday night. How is everyone tonight?
Doing great.
Awesome.
Shane, you are muted.
Still muted, yeah.
Still muted.
You're muted. There we go. I know. I got that one.
There you go. All right.
Doing well.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Again, this show is called Here on the Waste, where we play Horizons Unknown After Earth RPG, a game that has been written and created by myself. My name is Scott, aka Shogi. This game is a futuristic sci-fi adventure where it is set in the distant future of 2422 on the alien planet known as Saldaria, where the last remnants of humanity have fled to after the death of Earth. Again, we do this every Friday night. We want to thank everybody who hangs out with us and watches the videos. I do appreciate it. Anybody who wants to get caught up on any of the past sessions can definitely go to click the link below to my YouTube and check it out and watch and get caught up with the adventures of Rev, of Otis, of Skag, of the good Dr. Ace Mars, and Boldo the Recluse here.
The recluse.
Oh yes, Boldo the Recluse.
So fancy.
It's so fancy. This episode is episode number 32. What it is named The Writer, the Soldier, the Creator, and more. As we do remember in our last session, our amazing adventurers here ventured deeper into Warband itself and found themselves in the Room of Affliction, where they had a interesting battle of physical and mystical proportions against two night terrors, boundless souls that were created into spectral-like beings that Rev was able to attack, as well as many of the cultists that were part of the Souls of War themselves. During that time, though, Rev was dominated, essentially taken over, forced into almost Rev wasn't dead, but Rev was beyond his self.
He was possessed, man.
He was
possessed.
Rev was in a different dimension.
He was not himself.
High breath.
And in that time, under the dominated power, Rev killed the good doctor. But with the help of good old Marvin revived the doctor, and Rev even revived the doctor even more. And with all that, the good doctor came to, fully energized, and hugged Rev, completely excusing him for anything that he's ever done.
Right.
He high-fived him. He made him a drink, made him eggs. It was, trapped in a dreamlike state, soul absent from his body, while stabbing the doctor. Perfect, Pi. Write it down. That will be the first line in the new book.
But I didn't stab him in the back. It was right in the front.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the good doctor saw it. He was just like, Before we do tackle our adventure tonight, I just want to say to everybody again, thank you for hanging out. And Ryan, how are you this evening?
I'm doing great. A little tired, but I'm super ready to not die tonight.
Excellent. I love to hear that. Shane, our brother from another mother, how are you this evening?
I too am tired. Worked about 12 hours, but I'm ready to go.
Ready to die. We're ready to not die as well. Right?
Ready to just, I don't know.
Perfect. And of
Ready
course,
to try Into the Shadows again, just to be told that I can't do it.
it might work this time, dude.
I don't know. I've been dying to use that, and I don't think
Shane, the only person in the history of any game ever who thinks
Who
that
interprets the words differently than everybody else.
yeah, the into the shadow in a completely open area just means he vanished into the shadows where there are no shadows.
It doesn't say you have to hide behind something, but it's
Yeah.
all right.
It's
I
definitely
believe
one of
you.
those ones that it's one of those ones that like you don't assume it, and then you like read it again, and you're like, oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally kidding
Okay.
because I still haven't
Okay.
done that yet, and I'm sure once I do, it'll click.
Yeah, you just like into the shadows when there's no shadows. Yeah, okay. I'll give it to
What
it.
about my own shadow?
Right, there we go. There we go.
And of course, my
I'll
good
run up next to Rev's leg and hide.
and of
Yeah.
course, my good friend Mike here. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing good, doing good. Yeah, just hoping we don't die this time.
Excellent. Well, we'll
Yeah.
find out soon enough. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Let's
Ready
do it.
as will be.
Excellent.
All right.
As you do remember where we last left off, you had just again left the room of affliction. You had Rev had gone into Mirage to scout out one of the halls ahead. Marvin, the good doctor, and Voldo followed behind, where they entered a sandstone hall. It was well lit with braziers and such, and as you ventured further down, you reached a T-junction. Go right or to the left. To the right, though, you start to see an emerging shadow growing on the northern part of the wall itself. So behind and off to the right for the junction, start to grow larger and larger, and you begin to hear the sounds of hoof footsteps in the distance. Nothing else seems to be stirring within. You don't even hear air being moved. You notice that Rev, for your footsteps always being relatively silent. You don't hear the footsteps of the doctor. You don't hear the footsteps of Marvin or even Voldo behind you. You don't even hear your own breathing. And that goes for the same for each one of you. It's as sound itself has been pulled from this hall. And all you hear now is an echoing and reverberating sound of these hooves stamping, coming closer and closer. What would you like to do?
And only Baldo hears this?
Oh,
we all hear it, right?
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
we
all
all
hear
hear
the
it.
sounds of the footsteps coming.
Okay.
You just can't hear the sounds of anything that you yourself or the surrounding environment is giving off.
Since I'm at this T junction, can I see it, or do I still just see a shadow?
You're not fully at that T junction. You're almost
Okay.
there. You're probably maybe
Okay.
like 5 feet as you kind of see it grow.
Well, if I can, I would quickly like to use my sidekick to say, "We got incoming. Retreat back to that room while I scout it." To all three of them, I'm trying to
Okay.
message them using text, since
Okay.
sound is so
Sure.
weird, to try to get them to move back, basically.
Interesting enough, though, roll awareness. We'll start that first. That's for Voldo, Marvin, and
Okay.
the doctor.
19.
Marvin rolled a 9.
7.
Voldo, you're the only one that happens to look down and notice that there's an message. No audible indicator went off.
Okay.
Marvin and the good doctor don't notice it at all. I am guessing in the marching order would be Voldo is always kind of like behind, and Marvin and the doctor in the middle. Is that about right?
Usually,
Would
Marvin's usually in the back, I think.
you want
I
it to
thought
be switched?
well, it's been going usually. I thought it was going Rev and
Rev's
then
always in front.
Marvin.
Okay,
And then
Marvin.
Marvin's been following right behind him, and
Okay.
then me, and then Doc.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll work it that way.
Okay. Okay. So then, since I just got that, I'm just gonna kind of like look at it and then grab both of them since they can't hear me, and just kind of like, I don't know, point to this once they look at it so they can see, and then take off running. But like, make sure they get the whole like, look at your watch thingy.
Roll awareness, Doctor. Roll it for Marvin as well.
Okay.
9.
14 for Marvin.
Marvin, when Voldo's hand is placed upon his shoulder, seems to just naturally turn. Doctor is a bit of a jolt, as it comes as a little bit of a surprise because you can't hear anything. You didn't expect anyone to be touching you, and with that, Doctor, you kind of like do a little startled jump, and you kind of slam yourself right into the side of the stone wall.
So in the side of what?
The stone wall
Okay.
within the hall.
Damn it. But I got the message, right?
You're seeing him motion and say something. Are you
All right, well,
trying to like mouth some kind of information to him, Voldo?
No,
I'm just trying to point to my
Gotcha. Your
thingy
sidekick.
yeah, so they can like look at their sidekick.
Okay. With that, he gives you you get the information that he's telling you to check your side.
Then I'm gonna run back to the other room, like he said.
And then immediately Voldo
just
turns
takes off.
and takes off.
Knowing that Valdo's not the type to really run very much, I'm just gonna follow suit because if he runs, it's probably something that he needs to. There's something he might want to get off his chest, or he might hear something serious, especially after what just went down.
Okay. Marvin turns and kind of like apprehensively, confused by what's going on, starts to turn and walk, but he's kind of like snapping his head back as he sees the growing shadow start to get larger and larger, but he's kind of like going and he's you get a sense that he's in a confused state at this point. Like the idea of your ears, that audible sense being gone, is starting to kind of affect him a little bit.
That was Marvin, you said?
Yeah, that's just Marvin.
Does he run towards the other room though?
He's kind of like, for him, his equilibrium's starting to get off a little bit. He's kind of stumbling.
All right, then I'll like run back and grab him and try to drag him up, and
immediately his eyes
steady him.
his eyes just get light up and get big. It's like, of all you're helping me.
I need some cannon fodder. I need cannon fodder for later.
And with that, he kind of like stumbled out.
Yeah.
Doctor, do you follow suit and leave?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's already in the other room waiting.
And of course, Rev, do you just wait for them to leave before?
After I send that message, Rev actually wants to move closer towards it, but on the wall opposite of it. Like even though he's in Mirage, acting like he's trying to be as quiet and anything else that could cause sensory perception to be muted as he actually moves forward.
Okay. With that, for the Doctor, for Marvin, and for Voldo, the moment you go through the doorway and remove yourself from the hall, all your senses, especially for your ears, restore right back. But being outside of the hall, you do not hear the and nor when you look down the hallway, you see the shadow. It is just a lit hallway.
No shadow, no nothing.
Rev,
Okay.
as you stand there, As you hear the footsteps grow closer and closer, the lights on the wall, these torches, seem to grow brighter and brighter, almost in a pulsated movement with every footstep. It seems to grow a little bit more vibrant, stronger, making the shadow itself larger. It feels like it's even a bit more menacing, even though you haven't seen exactly from what the shadow is coming from. The walls now seem to glisten a bit. And you start to notice that the walls are lined with almost gold and platinum. You get a
Cold and
sense
what?
gold and platinum. And you get the sense that it was placed there merely for some kind of decorative. It allows these halls to glisten and sparkle. Almost the same kind of glisten and sparkles that enchantment above in regards to the night sky itself. It's almost a twinkling. As you start to hear the echoing footsteps throughout the hall, as the shadow begins to grow, what emerges from around the corner is a hulking figure. This hulking figure seems to be similarly very much like the cultist that you had seen before in the room of affliction, these robed cultists with the hood above it, and you'll notice that its face is covered by some kind of mask. But what is exposed is just sunken eyes and a corrupted black, dark, veiny type skin that its face is a bit grayish as well, as if it's been drained a little bit of its own life force. Or at this point, maybe it's just due to the pure corrosive and corruption nature of whatever enchantment that has been fixated upon the people of Warban itself and upon this place. Its face, you notice, is completely distressed. But as it grows closer and closer and it emerges from that corner, you do notice that its lower body is that of a cyber steed. You're seeing is essentially, from what you remember, a centaur. The four-legged centaur is dragging a long, heavy, black blade, darker than obsidian, almost as dark as the enchantments again that are around.
Sorry, Scott. You're sometimes cutting out at the end, and we're losing some words. So
Oh,
either
sorry.
Yeah.
closer microphone or talking louder. One of those two.
Yeah, I was wondering if anyone else was experiencing that.
Yeah.
Okay, again, the four-legged centaur is dragging a long, heavy blade, and you can see the visible sparks, though, as the metal scrapes on the blade itself. You barely hear even the pistons or the actuators that are working within the cyber steed itself with every robotic step. The figure is wrapped in chains, or maybe even reins. You're not exactly sure. But they make no audible sound. They're large, thick chains, though, that are bound and wrapped around this gigantic steed, this half man, half horse. As he comes into frame for you, almost fully, Rev, the hall and the atmosphere around it seems to change. It seems to grow very cold for you. The monster's visible breath seems dark. It seems even cursed. With each breath as exhaled, the figure seems even more hulking and eerie, causing even your very bones to shake. You can feel its breath almost enter your lungs itself. It freezes up your inside. It almost seizes it up for a second. you get the same feeling when you first met the Whisper Queen. It's that kind of dark magic. As it completely comes into view and stands at the middle of the junction itself, it takes the blade and it swings it up and places it on its shoulder and stands there, mere 5 or so feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Its front legs kind of dance and prance up a little bit. A few even come down, just barely missing you as you press yourself up against the side of the wall. You see this monstrosity start to sniff the air and just growls. Something heavy, something dark, something very guttural. Every time it does it, it seems to reverberate off the walls itself. Every time that it stamps its hooves down, it reverberates off the walls itself. Every time it does that, Rev, it feels like your vision is being skewed and blurred. Every time, as if you were yourself being hit with each one but taking no damage. As if you're being hit by invisible sound waves every time, pushing you and slamming you up almost against that wall. You feel yourself almost being part of that wall at this point. It feels like if he does it any more, if you stay any closer, then eventually you're going to be one with this wall. That you will disappear within it. And with that, it stops. It settles. You look back out into the doorway where you see the doctor, you see Marvin, you see Voldo. They don't seem to notice what is sitting now in front of you. They don't seem the wiser. You do notice that they're kind of looking at their sidekicks. They're talking amongst each other. And then with that, my webs tell me you're strong. And that you come with ill intent. Is that true, Rev?
Sorry, out of character. Was that supposed to be in another voice? Because it didn't
Yeah.
register as a different voice.
Can you hear this?
No.
How about that?
Yes.
There it is.
There we go. Sorry, I'm hitting wrong buttons.
Sorry.
That was
Okay. In my regular voice, sorry. Back in the other voice.
my webs tell me that you are strong and that you come with ill intent. Is that true?
Rev is not going to answer because sound is doing weird things anyway, so he doesn't know if he even can talk right now.
You notice that, if anything, Rev, you feel that this voice is inside your head. And that it is not coming from this beast in front of you.
Really? Rev is going to think, can you hear me?
Of course I can. I can feel you as well. You walk always, as well as your friends, within my web. I know all. So I ask you again. Do you come with ill intent?
That depends. Ill intent towards whom?
Towards us. Who do you think?
I don't know who
You
you
killed
are.
my librarian. You've killed others. And yet you have given me no reason. Why?
Have you ever heard the term fanatic?
I have not. Explain it to me.
Fanatic is one who goes to extreme measures against anyone who does not agree with their beliefs.
And that's how you see us.
That is how all of our interactions have begun.
Interesting. Is this something that you have learned through your years of experience?
I have met many fanatics. Some may call me a fanatic.
Ah. So we can sit here and have a conversation, one fanatic to another.
I suppose. What is your choice of fanatic subject? Fanaticism, I might say.
Life and death. It affects us all, does it not?
It does. It's kind of a broad subject that you've
Is it?
latched onto.
It's the only subject that matters. We all have life. We all will find death. And it can be manipulated. Some of us can give life. And some of us can take and make death even more powerful.
How does one make death powerful? It is the end for most.
Is it? Is
As
that
far as
how
we
you
know.
see things? Such a simple way of looking at it.
I've seen glimpses, but how can you know anything on this side of death?
I find this extremely alarming, especially from you, Rev. You deal every day in spirits, those who have passed on, and look how strong they've become. And they make you strong, and you only just touch the tip of that power. You would not have had that if they were just people who were alive, and at some point would be dead in an instant because you failed them.
You seem to know an awful lot about me. I know
Of
nothing
course.
about you.
Ah, I am the Stone Guard. I am the closest thing to eternal. Been granted this gift by Quran himself. One of the three.
There are others like Quran.
Of course. There were three great titans.
Rev's a little confused at this point. He doesn't know how to reason with a being who doesn't seem to see life and death the same as mortal beings do.
Let me ask you this. What is it that you want most?
I want to protect those who can't protect themselves.
That's a noble cause. But you are aware that you cannot protect all.
Of course, I'm not omniscient. No one I've ever met is.
So why such a lofty goal? What do you get out of it? Redemption? Trying to save your soul, Rev.
I couldn't save somebody once who was very important to me. So I feel like if I can do that for others, maybe there is some redemption, even for one like me.
How important is it to you?
If I can save somebody important to me, that would be worth my life.
Would you sacrifice your friend?
For what?
For redemption?
I would be trading one damnation for another.
But it happens all the time. Sacrifices are always made, are they not?
They are, but I can't be the one to choose who lives and who dies. I can only try to save those who I have the power to try to save.
So based on that logic, why are you here? And who are you here to save?
I am here to stop people from hurting the ones that I care about.
There are others out there who do this. What exactly have we ever done to you? Whatever interactions have we ever had, Rev?
From what I've been told, you are allied with those who are enslaving and killing those who I care about.
So instead of going to the source, you come to us. How does that make sense?
There are always steps to achieve a goal.
So you thought that we were the weakest part of this ally, this
You were
alliance.
the unknown. You were the unknown, so we were coming to investigate the unknown.
And then do what? Run back to your friends? Tell them our little secrets? That's what they whisper to each other in the dark. Is that what you want them to know? That we know the power of death? That we have seen the power of life and renewal? That we wield stuff?
I don't care for your wielding a starfire. What I care for is what you do to those who don't have power.
I understand. Even if it is a little bit, Rev. Unfortunately, at this point, it doesn't seem that we can come to an agreement, does it? We continue to venture forward.
We are not having much choice on that front. Every door we pass through seems to shut behind us.
Then I'll open the doors, and you can leave. Never come back.
How do I know I can trust this offer?
It is what I will give you.
The other choices, I assume, are death at your hands.
Well, what else would there be? You come to bring death, and we wield the power. So, look at this. Turn to your friend. Look at them. Would you like them to carry on following you into the depths of orbit? Where will you be in 5 minutes? Where will you be in 5 hours? What stands before you is the second of my greatest machinations, the writer. Do you think that you can pass?
Right now, no.
Then I offer you this. Take your beacons, the one that you placed in the room of affliction. Toss it in and hide it inside the engine. How smart. The mind of a child. Take the one that you placed in the library and leave and never come back. But with that, so ends your path of redemption, because you would have failed again. It's a fair trade, is it not? You can live out the rest of your life Pitiful fool, but alive. You need not put yourself in any more harm's way. Do that for your friends. They look tired and weary. This you can do. Save them.
I don't think you understand the concept of redemption.
I don't think you understand the price that needs to be paid in order to achieve it. You speak of a man who wants redemption, but you don't understand the cost. You are not willing to make the sacrifice. You would not lay down your life. So do yourself a favor and at least save it.
Rev's going to turn and start walking back down the hallway towards his two friends.
Okay. As Rev walks back down, do you cross the plane back into that room? Do you kind of stand right at that threshold?
I think I want to stop at the threshold.
RP
and
walk?
then what?
It's a cool RP walk that no one can see.
Well, I'm going to stay invisible because I know there's still a big giant centaur behind me.
Sure.
But as soon as I get to the threshold, I want to drop Mirage so that the others see me right there, if they can see me right on at the threshold of that hallway.
Doctor,
Yeah.
Boldo,
Yep.
Marvin. What's up, boss? Standing in front of you is essentially, again, that empty hallway. You haven't gotten any kind of messages from Rev at this point, other than the one that he gave you. Turn and walk away. As he gets closer and closer, Rev, as you're kind of like standing, almost just a part of your toe just crossing that little line, Rev emerges from Mirage right in front of you. The look on Rev's face is of someone who's been thinking or has had some kind of deep conversation. If anything, it's not the look of a person that just is like, hey guys, hi, glad you listened to my message. It's somebody that has something weighing.
When Rev is at that threshold, can he look behind him and still see this being?
You can.
Okay. Well, Rev's going to turn around, look at that thing again, and then turn and attempt to talk to the doc and Voldo and Marvin.
Okay, go right ahead.
First thing he's going to say is, can you hear me?
Can we?
You can hear Rev.
Yeah, we can hear you. What the hell? Where have you been? What did you see?
There is something very dangerous at the end of this hallway that might kill us.
We heard it. What was it? You know we can't see it, right? You do now.
I gathered that from your expressions. The Stone Garden has been in contact with me, and this is another of his creations that will try to kill us if we keep trying to move forward.
Cool. Sounds about right.
He said he'll let us walk out if we take our beacons and leave.
Did you tell him we can't do that?
I told him that he doesn't understand why we're here.
Fair enough. So, what do you guys want to do?
I love the fact because the Voldo is so easygoing through it all. This goes awesome. What would you like to do?
Ideas, anyone?
Rev goes, I don't know about you guys. I'm exhausted from almost dying a little bit ago.
I
And
could
going up
use-
against this thing is kind of
Yeah.
not on my list of things I'd like to do
Right.
this second.
Did you ask him if we could take like a quick nap first and then we could fight him?
I don't think he would have reacted positively.
Tell him we gotta sleep on it. Then we'll let him know. We'll let him know if we'll let him know if we're gonna leave or not.
I'm pretty sure he will see through that and kill us. That is my.
Marvin looks at Rev and sees the look on his face. Looks at the doctor and he just goes, Doc, what are the chances? You're a scientist.
What are the chances of survival?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I saw. The giant half mechanical horse man with a giant black blade
Ooh, oh, okay.
that
Blade.
seems to have some sort of control over sound or sound waves, something that manipulates what you experience. So it's gonna be hell. We try to fight this thing.
Is that what was talking to you?
No, the sound garden. It was
So
the same.
there's more.
There's some other. I think whatever I'm talking to is the person who guards this Kuran being. I think he is the leader of everything here except for his god, his titan, whatever he calls it.
So we got at least one more guy after this.
He knows everything we're doing. He knows exactly where we've placed all of our beacons so far.
All right. Well, I mean, we gotta get through him somehow.
Well, the odds aren't great.
Not
To
at all.
answer your question, Marvin.
did you work the numbers, Doc?
Yeah. Right.
Is it like
Oh,
3.333 repeating? It's a
You
chance.
know, for all the things I know, I've been blessed to realize there's so much I don't.
Oh, motherfucker.
So really, I can't crunch numbers that I don't even know.
Then what do you want to do? Honestly, what do you want to do? Are you in the end going to be the only person who can even fight this?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Who, me?
No, he's talking to Rev directly.
Rev basically wants to give them the choice because he's already made his decision. He knows he can't. He knows going back is not going to accomplish his goals. He's just letting them decide for themselves, so he doesn't feel like he's forcing them to do
Sure.
something.
Making a decision.
Yeah.
Marvin puts his hand on your shoulder as he's quite often done. And he just looks at you. He just goes, honestly, boss, tell me, we have a chance.
Our chances aren't good. If we work together, put some sort of plan, maybe, but I think this thing's worse than anything we fought so far.
Probably.
He looks past you and he looks down the hall and then he just goes, and then kind of like looks at you again and just goes, maybe you're just tired and you're hallucinating, boss, because I don't see anything down there. I saw the shadow and the hooves, but they're like, that's gone.
This is something I wanted to do earlier. Can I take my surveillance camera, flip it on, and point it down the hallway?
Sure.
Let me do that. I'm going to flip it on, turn it down the hallway, and I'm going to look at my sidekick and see if I get any sort of video feed.
I'm just going to counter what Marvin said and remind him of the trickery and the effery we went through just getting down that stupid hallway to the freaking room where we had the battle to begin with.
The doctor's having
I-
like hallway issues now. It's like
Yeah,
hallway.
I mean,
Like every time I
There's
say a
obviously-
hallway.
there's obviously something that's distorting our ability to see what's going on, and
When you place the camera and you take a look at the feedback, it shows the writer.
I'm gonna hold up my sidekick so they can see it across the threshold.
Rev puts up his sidekick,
While holding the camera.
hits a few things, and emerges as a holographic image
Okay.
of the live feed of it, and you see the writer down at the end of the hall. A massive beast that has pretty much taken up the entirety of the width of the hall that's standing at the end of that T-junction. When you visually look down there, you see nothing. When you see his feed, you see this.
It's about what
Let's
you
see.
expect.
You still think I'm hallucinating, Marvin?
Marvin just goes, no, that, yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm not forcing you guys to fight this thing, but
Hold on, I'm gonna go walk right up to the edge of the hall again, or like, okay, I'm gonna walk up there right now, and then I'm gonna do a quick like step inside, step back out, real quick.
Okay.
Just a quick shoot. Yeah.
You shoot, when you shoot in, again, you lose all sound. And you see the writer. The moment that you
Okay.
shoot back,
Yeah.
sound's restored and you see nothing.
Okay, the rider's gone for me. Okay.
Doc, you
So,
see
yeah.
this immediately and you think to yourself, I'm with a bunch of kooks.
with a what?
I'm with a bunch of kooks at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Voldo is now dancing.
Right on the edge of the door. Okay, so
Oh
I'm gonna
my
turn
God.
and tell them. You know, like okay, I can see him when I'm in there, but I can't see him when I'm out here. Rev, you can see him out here.
oh, I'm still
He's
inside.
still relatively inside.
Oh, okay, that's it. That's what it was. Okay, all right, then yeah. Yep. As soon as you're out, can't
Doc,
see him anymore.
you hear that from Voldo as well. Marvin decides to try it as well. He shoots in and you hear him just go. Rev sees the look as Marvin shoots in. He's like, suddenly shoots back.
He's immediately
And
out.
shoots back. He's like, oh, jeez. Ah, that thing's big. Why isn't it attacking you?
Rev's like, I'm actually not sure about that. I think it's because the Stone Garden still thinks I might be leaving.
Okay.
It's a video game boss. It's a video game boss fight. You can heal up before you actually engage.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, oh, whoa. Like, this room was crazy. Like, that's, wow. I thought the librarian was, that guy's big.
Guys.
And he goes, but I think I'm small enough to slip by. You guys created diversion.
Totally.
Rev actually says, if anybody else wanted to fight this thing with me, I have an idea. It might be a terrible idea, but I have an idea.
Does it involve you doing that stuff?
No, it's actually more of. Have you ever heard of the word kiting before?
Sounds no, I have not.
Hiding.
Kiting?
Kiting.
It's I feel like
I think
that's doing this, right?
I might have just made it up. However,
How does
I
what does kiting mean?
it
Yeah.
means y'all shoot this thing while I run the hell around it trying to not get killed.
Mm.
Interesting.
So what Marvin just threw out too.
Yeah. Well, create a diversion, but unfortunately someone has to be the diversion. and that the fact that you continue to be a diversion, that seems to be the problem we have here.
I feel like Marvin could be a good diversion.
Marvin is not a diversion.
I think Voldo. I vote Voldo.
I vote Marvin. I mean, it's your boss. You don't want him to die, right?
Marvin's got a gun.
Yeah.
I don't have a gun.
I got bow and arrows.
What do you think, Doc? You're awful quiet.
So you're gonna basically draw his attention.
That's what I got. This thing is big, beefy. I don't think I can go toe to toe with it, but I feel like I could keep its attention and maybe keep it from killing y'all while you kill it.
Let me ask this though, boss. Where are you going to run this thing around at?
Well, I got about 50 yards of hallway here. We got a couple other hallways back and down the other side. Who knows what's over there? Maybe
That's
we
the
can pull
problem.
into
If
this
we
room.
don't know what's down those halls, there could be 5 more of these guys.
I could
Can you
maybe pull them
quad
into this
kite?
room. We got lots of room in this room.
That's what I was thinking though. But if we can't see him from this room, does that mean he can come to this?
There's
He
only one
hasn't
way to find
attacked
out.
you either. That's what I'm thinking about. He hasn't attacked you, and you're sitting right at the edge there. And if we can't see him from this room, maybe he can't come to this. Maybe he disappears. Maybe he's only bound to the hall. I mean, just
True.
thought.
We can shoot him from the edge of the hallway, see what happens.
We all stand at the edge of the hall.
That's what I was thinking. Just try to snipe him from far away, see what happens.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I kind of want to use this room. We got all these electric cages here. Maybe we can use our environment to help us out.
And I mean, if he can't come into this room, we could always just kind of stay here for a night, camp up, heal up.
I like that idea too. I just don't know
Like-
if the Stone Garden's going to give us.
Just close the
Hours.
door on this and just hope nobody shows up.
We'll
That
take
kind,
turns.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. We'll take turns staying awake.
Oh wow. I don't know. I'm a little concerned that the doctor hasn't said anything up to this point.
I like Rev's idea of using our environment. The cages that we saw coming in, you said there was some kind of that there was like remains below them. So either some kind of electricity or something was, right?
At some point it was, but remember,
Yeah, we shut
Well,
down the engine.
Bosch shut it down and pulled out that cool little modulator.
Oh, that's right.
We got nothing going through this thing now.
I still think we could rig the cages to drop on him if we can get him to run around this room.
And he's too big to fit in one of those cages, right? That centaur guy.
As far as like Rev and Marvin and Voldo saw, he's much too.
How far away are we from the first beacon that we dropped? The library.
10,
Hey,
15 feet maybe? Oh, the
the
library.
First
library is down another hallway.
Down and up steps. And then through the hallway that you don't like.
Yeah, the hallway that the Stone Garden's only going to let us go back if we're leaving.
And then we decide to put another one down in this room.
Yeah, it's in that engine,
It's
remember?
hidden in- yeah, we switched it out.
Yeah, that's what Voldo's childish.
And these
idea.
are pretty heavy
Good
duty,
idea.
right? They're if you set one off, it's gonna do a sizable amount of damage.
You don't set them off. They're beacons so that it,
Well, if you basically give them the okay, like can we have them charge? Can we have them detonate one instead of all three, or is it possible to communicate anything like that?
I think
These
we
are
need all three.
these are like a triangulating and
Okay.
an orbital strike is what this is. These
All
aren't
right.
Very much.
I should have known that, but I wasn't sure. All I knew is that they were.
Yeah, to activate one doesn't allow you to pinpoint specifically. It could hit any within the obviously within some kind of radius. Without a
Yeah.
triangulated, you'll be able to hit exactly pinpoint everything.
so
Besides the fact that you guys would be there as well.
Yeah.
That happened too.
we're doing that. We're blowing ourselves up. So
You're going out like that. I mean,
in the blaze of glory.
We're gonna have to figure out how to attack this guy.
Snipe him.
Right.
Have Marvin take a shot from the end of the hall.
you want Marvin
We
to try to
could-
take a shot?
We could tie a rope. We could tie a rope around Marvin, throw him out in the hallway.
The rope trick.
Use him as bait. Use him as bait.
The rope trick worked so well last time.
Tell him to run around his legs and wrap his legs up, and we'll try and hog tie him.
There we go. But
All
we
right.
do want him to take a shot.
I have an idea. I have this plasma cutter. Voldo can like teleport around all over the place. What if he was on top of these cages, plasma cutting through the chains, and I lead this thing underneath these cages to try to drop him on its head over and over? Let's do some sort of crazy
Voldo?
strategy because
I mean, I'm totally okay with that, but wasn't the cage not big enough to hold him?
I'm not
No,
trying.
he's just
I'm not
using
trying
it to
capture
drop
him.
it on him.
I'm like
Oh.
trying to drop a
Just blunt force damage.
300
Yeah, I was gonna
pound
say-
metal cage on top of its head over.
What's the blunt force roll on a metal cage?
Tell ya.
Damn. Okay.
I'm thinking it's
Yeah.
more damage than any of our weapons will do. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
probably.
thinking.
About how heavy is this cage, would you say?
Couldn't tell you. I mean, in regards to a look.
Yeah, y'all
just
can
to
investigate.
look.
I don't want to leave
Yeah,
this hallway
yeah.
because I'm afraid if I do, something will happen.
Okay, I'm gonna investigate that hallway and take a look. I mean, investigate that thing. I want to see if I can figure out like how much it would weigh, maybe at least the like rough size of it.
Oh, I mean, just take a look at it. Go ahead and roll investigation.
I kind of
Eight.
like the idea. I kind of like the idea of maybe one or two of us posting up from I don't know, have maybe try and flank him, try and draw him into the room, and have a couple guys on one side, and then maybe a couple guys on top of those, or at the highest point we can, attacking from higher up. Because you thought about climbing on top of the cage. Depending on how high they are, might be a good vantage point.
Possibly. We don't know if this thing can attack from range.
Yeah, he's got a big sword,
And he's big.
and
So,
he's
Don't
I was
forget.
gonna say
he's
he's
big.
really big. Yeah. So does anybody have a way to heal any of us before we get the show on the road?
I'm full health. I think I have
Everybody's
one
good?
jolting juice to give me some exhaust back. I think I have one left. That's my
Okay.
plan, is to down that before this fight. But
But for the most part, everybody's good.
I'm good with-
Marvin has just a little bit of exhaust left.
Marvin has very little exhaust. He'll be like passing half of his turn every time. So
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, yeah. If you guys want to go for this, we can do this now.
I leave it
Yeah.
up to you guys.
Rev,
It's been the next 2 hours.
you get the sense of anything that these guys, whatever your call is, I think you get the sense that they understand the same idea that has come to you. Is that there's
You're the one standing in the hallway. So.
is that there really probably is no going back. At this
Okay.
point. That's what you get the sense from what they're saying to you. They are trying to work things out. It's hard for all of them to to deal with this. You guys are all exhausted and tired, and you didn't think it was gonna be this much of a trial for you in order to continue through this. But Marvin kind of gives you a look like, whatever your call, boss, we're here. I don't think he's gonna let us walk out of here either way, unless he made you an offer.
Oh yeah, he made me an offer.
Is it a good one?
I
at
walk
least?
out, or I sacrifice you. Those are my options.
Kind of like shakes his head a little bit, and he goes, "You're gonna fight him, right, boss?"
That's what I do. It's the only thing I know how to do.
Takes that hand off his shoulder and just goes,
Good luck. Peace.
"I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm here with you to the end. Now let's kite this son of a bitch."
Fist bump,
Looks at you and he just goes,
Marvin.
"Not sure what that meant, but okay."
Rev looks at the
But it
doc.
felt cool.
Don't you have a way to slow down your enemies? You got a hat and tools. I feel like you can slow down enemies, right?
Well, I thought you were talking to Voldo at first. Yeah, I mean, I can slow him down. I can. Yeah, I don't know what I can do with these freaking things, to be honest. They work sometimes they don't, but I can definitely slow them down. Yes.
That's how everything works.
If we come up with some kind of plan, some kind of stance, I think the best plan would be get him into this room. Draw him into the room where we're not confined. But at the same time, if he's in a hallway, he doesn't have much where to run. But either do we. So
Right, and I think
Whoever
we're
was-
going to need to run.
whoever or whatever was talking to you may have known who we are and what we're doing, but who's to say that his little hired hand centaur knows anything about us? He may not know.
Yeah, he seemed kind of dull.
Yeah. So we're just gonna have to take this guy on because he's gonna be attacking us one way or another.
Marvin looks at you, Voldo, and just goes,
I'm hyping up. I'm hyping up.
he goes, "You win?"
Yeah, bro.
And he looks at Voldo and just goes,
Yeah.
immediately when Voldo does it, he just goes, "Yeah, I like this thing. I like this thing. Hey, Doc. Doc?
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think we
I
can
haven't
play
done a
this
fist
thing."
bump.
Cyborg metal fist bumping. This
I haven't done a fist bump in
minute.
300 years.
All Marvin's roles are all blessed from now on.
The doctor's only the real person who understands what a fist bump is. I'm just like, he just goes, "So, boss, is this like part of kiting? Is this how you start kiting?"
I'll start the kiting. You fist bump far away from this thing.
I think you'd rather have me shoot than fist bump.
Okay. Yes. Use your fist pump to shoot him.
I don't know what that meant, but okay. And then you just see him kind of like scurry off, and he just gets a little bit of distance. You know, maybe like 10, 15 feet, and he just kind of kneels down, and he just goes, "Ready, boss."
I think you should move further back, all the way across the room. Max range to this door.
He doesn't get off his knee. He just kind of like pushes himself like this far enough,
Just like inch by at a time.
little farther. He's like looking at you for like confirmation that he can stop. He's like, "Hey."
Rev
Or
just
he
looks at
like
him
disappears and kind of like into the shadows.
Marvin, you have a gun. A gun. Be far
And
away.
you hear him just go, "But I'm not really good at aiming. Sometimes when I'm closer, it's better."
You can't shoot anything if you're dead, so just Trust me on this one, Marvin.
Good point. I'm ready.
Great, Marvin. So let's maybe just make sure our plan is good as our. Am I gonna aggro this thing? I'm going full RPG mode here. Bring him out here. Doc slows him, and you're gonna drop metal cages on his head.
What does aggro mean?
Shut up, Marvin.
Is that part of kiting?
Oh, before we do this too, I'm gonna go ahead and just see if I can use my temporal rift and hop up on top of whichever the middle closest, the most obvious one that he would come under if he came in the room.
I will let you temporal rift
Okay.
at advanced accuracy because essentially nothing's doing. And if you
Yeah.
can't do it at advanced accuracy in an open room, then you don't deserve to do it at all.
Four.
Okay,
We're
jeez.
good. We're good.
You open up a fissure, you enter, and you emerge on top of one of the cages. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so just whichever one the guy would most likely walk under if he came from that doorway. Like if there's one kind of right in the front
yeah,
middle.
there are none right over the doorway. And anything like that. But farther in, where those two cultists are standing, that's where the start of the cages are. You hop on that
Okay, so right there then. Yeah.
You have to actually hop on the cage that actually had the open door where the terror actually came out.
After he does that, Rev takes out his plasma cutter and tosses it up.
He tosses
To
the plasma
Voldo.
cutter up to you. Ooh, roll. Hold on a second. Roll.
So you're gonna try and lure him under that cage, Rev?
That's my goal.
That's the plan.
Can I plant one of my remote mine drone dealies underneath it, or in the area?
Right in front of the door.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Although underneath the
How many
thingy.
can he place?
How many does he have?
It just says 1 time per fight, and I have 3.
You can only do it once.
One. Okay.
Once
Because
per encounter.
we could theoretically attach one to the big cage, so it drops down on top of him and then explode it on top of him.
Well, if you are placing one, essentially this is not an encounter.
Exactly. So we could do 2 total if we drop one now.
You can do
drop
2
one before
total.
the encounter.
You've already
Yeah.
spent because I do believe you already spent one.
Yeah, I think you used one in the
previous one. Yeah. So you have, if you want to place one, you can. Don't you have remote drones too?
It just says remote mine drone.
Oh, so you have the remote mine drones. Yeah, I'll let you place one if you want to do it, and then place another one. Then you only have one left. You cannot use it. So just be aware.
So 2 total uses.
Yep.
If he wants to.
Because you're not exactly in the encounter yet, so I will allow you to go ahead and play.
I don't know if you want to use 2 of them right now, but we can try it.
Roll athletics, Rev.
Roll
deafness, Voldo.
Okay.
What kind of damage does concussive do?
13.
Athletics. I rolled 13. A 21.
Oh, wow, you throw it pinpoint directly into his chest. You threw it so good that you could have won state and been in a.
I could have thrown that football over them mountains.
Yeah, it's
no doubt in my mind we would have won state.
If Coach would have put you in when you threw that plasma cutter, you would have won state.
Put me in, Couch. Yeah, I got 16 actually. 16.
You catch it perfectly.
Yeah.
Concussive damage. It does concussive damage.
Is it a shock? Because I know a shock grenade is 2d8 times 3. Oh no. Yeah.
No, his is just straight explosions.
Gotcha.
Concussive. They get knocked prone, and they also get pushed back 10 feet. So they get tossed off their feet and then dropped to the ground prone.
I feel like this is the kind of fight where the Doc should shine because he's got a disc that can like poison blind this guy. He can stun him. He can have a grenade go off. Like this is like I feel like the time for the Doc.
Is this the doc?
This is the Doc fight. I feel like.
Ladies and gentlemen, to everybody who's
set the
watching
stage.
out there, the doctor is in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doc, what are you doing? Get this going here.
Well, I'm just gonna plant it right there. Then I don't like the idea of it knocking him back into the hallway, but
So just right underneath the cage.
thinking right when we see him come in, as soon as he comes in, I want to ignite that thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you want to place the second one as well?
If the idea is to try and lure him, maybe we could get Baldo to try and lure him over there, or somebody. I don't know.
I mean, we
however
could-
you want to
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Voldo's already on top of the cage.
Just the
Rev's
one.
Rev is gonna lure him in.
I'm on top of the cage. So you wanted to put one in front of the door?
Yeah.
And that was
If you
it?
do that, Rev's gonna run through the door and he's gonna blow up. I mean,
No,
You know that Rev-
he detonates it.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like
a
you
proximity
walk
thing.
over it and you do it. It's
Okay.
not a proximity. He's the one who
But
detonates.
please don't blow Rev up because Otis did that a lot. So
It's got a 15-foot radius.
yeah, so I better get out of that.
You,
thing.
you better move. Good thing you got those nice legs.
All right, where are we?
Like-
Where are we going to be positioned? Boldo, Marvin.
I'm on top of the cage already.
Voldo said like 3 times. He's already on top of the cage. Marvin's
Right.
as far away in the back.
Marvin's on the other side of the room with a gun, like you said.
Okay,
Marvin.
wait. So if Marvin's gonna shoot this thing, shouldn't Marvin like be in the hall or at least 1 foot in the hall to actually hit him?
Rev's going to,
No, I'm
in
gonna
RPG terms, Rev's
Okay.
going to pull.
Okay.
I have a big spear that I'm gonna throw at him. I feel like that'll get his attention.
I should.
Yeah.
I'm going to be facing the hallway at the furthest point from it, but straight on. I don't really know what this room looks like.
Okay.
Like kind of back towards where we came in, I guess. is what
Okay,
I'm-
so yeah, it's kind of like the main walkway that allowed you to walk in, and either sides of this 10-foot walkway where the hanging cages and stuff. So yeah, you have a walkway that's free. There's nothing that would impede you, free of movement or anything like that, Doc. So you should be fine. It allows you to see this thing come straight at you once it emerges from down the hall. And of course, at this point, you're basing this all on what they've said because you have. So you'll
Does that
have
have what?
You're the only person who has not seen it.
Okay.
So, just based on the information that you've gotten from this, you'll see this thing emerge and hope you don't wreck it. Of course, Rev will have emerged at that point as well. Fully
Yeah.
emerged.
Hopefully, me showing up will let you guys know. Hey, there's a big giant centaur about to enter the room.
All
I'll
right.
probably be screaming like a girl too, just so you know.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, are you ready, Doc? You have
Yes.
planted your remote. What does it take to plant?
It's
Is it either or?
it's just a move to release or a main to release.
It's a main to release. Then it's your bonus to.
Bonus to activate.
Okay. With that, gentlemen, I would like you to roll reaction.
Okay. Crap. 10 for me,
15.
Ooh.
and Marvin 16.
15 as well.
Where were you at, Rev? Again, I'm sorry.
10 was for Rev, 16 for Marvin.
Voldo
15 as well.
and Doc, did you have 15?
Yeah.
You guys can decide when your time comes who you'd like to go first. Okay, Rev,
Mhm.
how would you like to start this?
I'm going to, in cool RP walk,
Ooh,
walk
walk back in.
walk back towards this big thing
Okay.
and stop exactly 30 feet away from it.
About 30 feet. Okay.
And see it, being ready to run if he decides to charge me earlier.
Sure. It starts to stamp its feet. You start to notice that its hooves go like it's beginning to charge. It breathes out again like a silvery mist that fills like the whole hall and chamber towards you. You see its muscles tense up a little bit, poking, and it immediately it attacks and charges directly at you before you can even make a move.
Okay.
Rev, this monstrosity is charging at blazing speed towards you. I will let
wanted to
you
drink my
try to do
jolting.
something. Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead. I'll give it to you.
I was gonna jolt. You drink my jolting
Before
juice
you had gone
I
in,
was-
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before you die.
Yeah. So I get 1d10 times 2 exhaust back for this. And I rolled a 3, so I get 6 exhaust. with
Okay.
All right. So. All right. Well, as soon as I see this thing coming for me, I lose all plans of throwing my spear and I run my max distance back out into the other room and see if it'll follow.
Okay, we're gonna do a d20 versus a d20 to see if you can reach that before it gets.
Okay, sure. Jolting juice gives me all keywords at advantage. So do I get any sort of bonus because I drank that caffeine pill
Nope.
thing?
It's just a simple reaction versus reaction.
All right, well I rolled a 4.
Ooh, hey.
Oh, it's gonna hit you before you
So hard.
Okay.
you turn your back. You do get to turn your back before you.
Great. Super great.
So let's see
can-
first if he actually hits. And he does.
Okay.
You feel like you've just been hit by a huge boulder that takes you off your feet and fires you back in to the other room. Boldo, the good Dr.
what I was
Marvin,
planning on, at least.
see Rev flying through that hallway, emerging out of like thin air,
Fly up.
and just slam, chink, 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 and like face
Just
plant
bounce.
slide. With that, Rev, you're going to take
How far from the door did he get?
18 points of concussive damage.
So 18 is not reduced by armor then?
No, it is not. I'm
Okay.
sorry, blunt force damage is what it is. It's blunt
Blunt
force. Yeah,
force,
so you're not going
okay.
to take anything in regards to that, so you were not prone.
Okay.
They were
so-
gonna say he flew back 18 feet.
No, he probably emerges a good 15, 20 feet. He is jettisoned.
About 18.
He is jettisoned through the thing like a rocket. As that
Alright.
happens, Rev,
Uh-huh.
you kind of eat a little bit of sandstone and dirt. Doesn't taste great. If you know, it kind of like you got the aches, like, and you got the aches bad. Like,
Yeah, I'm
you're
feeling it
like,
in
this
my metal
kiting. I didn't expect it to be like this.
joints. I need to get a bow if I'm gonna kite, apparently.
You flip over to turn around to see that the rider is half emerged between the hall and the room itself. So it did cross the barrier.
It did come out. Okay.
Yep.
So do I get to make an action now?
You can make an action, but you cannot move. That
Oh.
completely took your whole move.
That took my move?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you actually turned to try to go. He just gave you the big
Okay.
the big kaboot. So you got beyond
So-
your 40.
His bump was my movement, apparently.
Yeah, I want to detonate my mind.
Well, Rev goes first.
I know.
Rev could hold.
So you said I went like 15, 20 feet out, but he is like at the entrance. So I'm within 30 feet of throwing my mystical blade at him, right?
Yeah, approximately.
Okay.
If
Well,
you
that's what
are
I'm gonna
30
do.
feet we'll just say from a GM, I will say you were 30 feet. You're at the very edge.
The very edge of that. Okay.
Don't take a
Well,
step back.
that's what I'm going to do. I know I don't want to get any closer. Can't, thankfully, unless I want to Fury the Jackal and jump at him. And I just discovered that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to use my Mystical Blade, which is throwing with power and accuracy my sword, impaling
Okay.
its victim.
Go for it.
It's a bonus, so it's not upgraded. So I got to roll a 5 or 6. The Jolting Juice doesn't affect my attack rolls at all, right?
It does not.
Okay. I rolled a 5. Nice.
Okay, that's a hit. While he's doing that, Dr. Boldo and Marvin roll steel. Especially, and you roll, Doctor.
Oh, am I rolling for Marvin?
Yeah, just roll it more for Marvin.
8 for Marvin.
14.
4.
Doc, you were just scared at what you've just seen. Like, enough that you're shocked in complete and utter fright at this monstrosity that you had yet seen before be in halfway, enough that you drop your remote to your mind. You want to pick it up, it will cost you your movement.
Like his entire, not even half his movement, like his entire movement?
I give him half.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like he moves fast anyway, so yeah, I'll give you half.
And it's not like he just got hit by a giant freight train of a centaur. So
Hey, you're lucky you got hit that far, buddy. I could have landed you right on top of that mine.
That's true. I could've.
Is it my
That's
turn
true.
now?
No, it's red.
No, I have to roll damage. So the 1d8 times 2. Holy crap! I rolled a 1, so I did 2 damage with this.
Yeah, bruh. Yeah.
Ooh. Is it kill Rev time? Ooh, it's kill Rev time. Rev's been talking smack for way too long.
Okay.
Rev, you throw your blade, and usually your blade, you throw it with tremendous amount of power. It usually finds complete accuracy and perfect purchase. This one just glances off its shoulder, and it you can't believe it because of how big wide this target is.
Yeah.
You maybe you think it's just because of the attack itself, but you kind of like you're still got the sting of that, so you weren't able to generate full power and the accuracy that you usually could. And with that, you want to like take it back because it just swings and it goes into the hall.
I'm not spending the exhaust to get that back.
Okay.
I don't think this thing, my weapon's going to be much use in this fight anyway. So I'm like, maybe I'll get it later. I'm supporting this fight.
Okay. Yeah, it just Rev's weapon just disappears into the hall.
Oh, down the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
All right.
kind of glances off of him and just kind of. You never
Okay.
hear anything. You don't know what happened to it. When you look down there, you don't see it.
After that, Rev just gonna yell at him, "Come at me, bro!" And then he's gonna hold his man.
Roll either coercion or intimidation.
I
You have
have
are
neither
blessed.
of those.
You have favorable because of the Jolton Juice.
Oh, that's true. I do have favorable on those.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for not coercion, but I'm gonna go for what was the other one?
Intimidation.
Intimidation. I don't see that keyword.
I'm sure.
I see persuasion and
Oh,
coercion.
yeah, you could use persuasion. I'm sorry. I keep
All right,
calling
persuasion is trying to talk
persuasion
him.
intimidation.
There we go. I'll try that. All right, so +3 gives me 14.
As you yell this thing out, you try to create as menacing a sound as you possibly in your most menacing voice. You even kind of like you fluff your peacock feathers out a little bit, trying to make yourself a little bit bigger as you say this commanding shout out to him. And immediately he kind of looks at you and he's like, and it starts to slowly walk towards you.
Now, I guess before we leave my turn, one last question is, when I got knocked back, where did I land in relation to the hanging cage?
You're right down the middle, essentially probably about 10 feet from where the doctor is.
10
So the
feet from
doctor saw you just emerge right in front of them.
So the cage is like behind me
They're
still,
off
I'm
to the
assuming.
side. They're off
Oh, off to the side. Okay. So
Rivoldo is
in
now
order-
swinging on one of them.
Okay. So in order for me to get this thing under a cage, I'm gonna have to move over to the side. Okay,
absolutely.
gotcha. Cool.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold my main for now then.
Okay. With that, the rider will take a second attack.
Yeah.
So you have not moved, so it's going to charge again at you, Rev.
Okay. God, how much can this guy move? Freaking horse! Too big of legs.
It's so he's got 50 feet, so he's gonna pretty much get all the way up and try to attack Rev again. And Rev, this time, charges towards you, and he starts to swing his blade down upon you, and you just merely just kind of shift yourself. You take it as almost to the very last second in order to just reel him in and then just slide out of the way. But even as you do, he kind of scrapes even down some of your cybernetic arm. You can see the sparks flare up, catches fire to your cloak itself as you kind of like put it out. The power, the ferocity that he drives this thing into the sandstone ground, it just shatters into just like pure dust as you see this gigantic black obsidian-like blade that's now giving off some kind of reddish black mist that is coming. With that, he can't do anything else because he used all his speed and his attack to do that.
Thank God.
That leaves Voldo or Doc, whichever person wants to go first.
I mean, I'm still up top, hoping we can lure him in a little bit. I don't know if I have any way to lure him in.
You could shoot him
I
with your
don't
bow,
know.
I feel like.
At this point, he is past your remote, Doc.
Oh, that figures.
I can try to hit him, but I don't want him to like jump up and like focus on me. I want to stay kind of hidden until.
Well, he
he's
can't
right
move
under me.
anymore.
He can't move
this
anymore.
turn.
I would
This
say
turn-
that
this
Voldo.
turn.
Yeah, I would say Voldo. When you can actually kind of take a look at this, you're probably about 10 feet off the ground when you're standing on top of that, and his head probably reaches about halfway through, up to that cage itself. So he is a massive.
So okay, so there isn't even going to be much of a drop if we drop it on him.
And you would almost have to kind of like swing it a little bit to hit him. There are some that are higher. Just the one that you
Yeah.
happen to be on, they're all just kind of like staggered out of it.
Okay. I guess I might as well just take a shot at him then. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll go ahead and take a shot at him. Let's see if I can use some blood arrows.
At this point, because he's this close, I'll give you advanced accuracy. He is
Okay.
right there, and he's not moving.
4. Yeah.
Oh,
If I don't say,
Okay.
if I notice, if I don't say advanced accuracy, then he is
Yeah.
missing hardcore.
every shot I'd be missing.
Go ahead. That is a hit.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll be right
if
back.
you don't
Oh,
mind me
wait.
asking, are you just doing blood arrows?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll use 6 VP on it.
Okay.
6, 12, 24 damage.
Ooh, nice.
nice. Good hit.
Yeah.
That's actually a very nice hit. Okay. As you kind of like again manifest your phantom bow and you pull back the arrows, you hit this thing point blank, just right into the side of its shoulder blade, and it just finds purchase right into it. It kind of like screams out because of as you hit. We just lost
Oh.
Shane.
We did.
Give me 1 second. We gotta get Shane back.
Uh-oh.
Hold on 1 second, everybody. There he is. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Awesome. Okay.
All
We
right, it was
are.
getting good. It was getting good.
Rev was hit so hard it broke the stream.
There we go. Rivers is so yeah, exactly. Okay, we got him back. Yeah, you fire this thing directly into it, just completely doing damage. It winces. It almost like it's like heavy cybernetic hooves, like slide back. Your attack has so much power generated into it that it pushes itself and actually takes a step away from Rev, maybe like a foot. So it's not right up against. What else would you like to do? Your second action.
I'm gonna hold my bonus for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to make something special for Mike every time because that's pretty much what he does. He does one attack and then he goes, "I'm going to hold my
The
bonus."
hold the bonus is the Mike special.
I need to now. I need to be ready for the dude if he comes my way.
All right. With that, Doc, you were up.
I missed all that happened between Voldo and the thing. So where is this thing now?
It's right next to Red. And
I
Voldo.
wish I had an idea what this room looked like. Do I have anywhere to move?
Yes, you have a ton of room to move.
It
I'm
is
just
kinda
gonna.
hard.
I'm gonna try and hit him with the ion crackle, and leave the remote on. Anyway,
Okay, just going to leave it active there. No problem.
I mean, you said I got to use a move to pick it up.
Yes. At least half your move speed to pick it up.
Okay, I'll pick it up real quick.
Sure. Go right
And-
ahead.
And
then you have to probably use your remaining amount to get close enough to fire.
Oh, I thought he was.
No.
pretty
I'm
close.
sorry. I'm sorry. That no. You're correct. I forgot. You're knocked off to the side. You're actually right behind Rev. Yeah. So you're more than close.
All right. And I did not hit.
Okay.
Oh.
As you go to fire your iron crackle, roll a d20, Rev.
Oh god. I rolled a 3.
As you go to pick up your remote, you do have it in hand. You kind of hastily do it and just fire. You miss the exactly where you were trying to hit when you were trying to hit the monstrosity that is simply standing before you. You still kind of have a little bit of the shakes, and your wrist and your aim drifts slightly off to the right and hits Rib right in the arm.
Not just me.
Do damage, Doc?
I got to roll 3d6 to do
Yep.
damage.
Absolutely. You hit Rev.
All right, so 10 times 2, so 20.
20 points of damage, and Rev is stunned.
All right. Does my armor stop
Yes,
some of this?
absolutely.
Okay. So 20 minus 6.
Okay,
Yeah,
could have
this
been
is
worse.
looking like this is looking like the streamer Rev dies. That's what it looks like.
No.
You still have a second action, Doctor. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I could try to disavow, but it seems really stupid to disavow my teammate's attack. Because I'd rather. I
But
can
if
only
it's
do
needed.
this. I can do it 2 times per day. I mean, can I even disallow? Because I have to stop. It's like against an enemy. Can I try to disallow?
Is disallow a chant?
It says you can try to counterstop any ability, skill, heal, escape twice per day. Must roll a d20 with advantage against enemy. Higher number succeeds.
Yeah.
I guess
I
that
will.
would
If
be-
you want to spend it, I will allow you to do it.
Well, that's
Doctor, roll a
14 damage.
d20. Doctor, roll a d20. And then Rev, roll a d20 with favorable, which is
Yeah, with favorable.
14.
I rolled a 14, so with favorable, I got 17.
okay. With that, Rev gets he gets a feeling that he's been hit, and he quickly enough slaps it and essentially just rips that shock dart right out of it and tosses it before it can actually completely impact and do any kind of effect damage.
Thank God.
Sorry, Rev.
Guess turnabout's fair play since I killed you and all.
You do feel
That's
you
right.
do feel though, Rev, that at that very moment when you didn't know exactly what was happening, you heard a voice that told you something from the other side, a spirit, now watching and guiding your back.
Otis watching my back. All right, bro.
Doc,
He'll let the explosion get me though.
was
I
there
know it.
anything else you would like to do?
Well, I'm glad I didn't kill Rev. So that was a bonus. I'm going to. Man, I want to. I'll use my main. I'm going to try my dynamo disc
Okay.
and try and blind him.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Prep trumps luck, or
Make
luck
sure
trump,
make
whatever.
sure that you're spending the action to do that though.
Yeah, it's a main, right?
Yeah.
The ion crackle's a bonus, and then the main. It's 2 exhausts, so.
Yeah, make sure you're spending that every time.
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
do it.
always deducting the whatever the exhaust, whether I get it or not. So I rolled a 4.
What were you were trying to throw the disc again?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the dynamo disc.
Yeah, the down of the disc. Where exactly were you trying to place it?
No, this is not the remote mine drone. This is the dynamo disc. I just thought that I threw it at him.
Yeah. Okay. With that, another one you try to throw, and you throw wide, and it flies over to him. It doesn't activate; it merely just lands on the ground and kind of slides a little bit next to your remote drone as well.
Sweet.
Next one I believe is up is Marvin.
Yes.
Marvin.
What would you like
Marvin was
Marvin to
last.
do?
Marvin is gonna try to freaking shoot this guy in the
Okay.
head. So
Marvin's been standing still and being ready up to this point, so I will give him advanced accuracy.
Oh, thank God, because he needs it. Okay, so
He
he's
will-
going to try to steady shot, which is
Go
3
for it.
exhausts, which is exactly how much exhaust he has left. So, come on, Marvin, make it count, man. 2. Marvin rolled a 2.
Marvin steadies himself, gets ready to fire, and does. Again, the recoil of the powerful rifle that used to belong to Otis Durban just shakes him. He drops his shoulder a little bit, and it goes high and right, slamming into the stone background, shattering one of the tiles within the wall itself.
Red's
Here-
taking Marvin to the shooting range after this is all over, by the way.
In the distance, you hear Marvin just go, "Gosh, dang it! Again!" And you hear him just trying to rack another bolt. He racks that bolt and slams another shell in. What would you like him to do with his second?
Well, he has 0 exhaust, so he's going to pass and get 1 exhaust back, which means he still can't do anything. So that's what he's
Okay.
going to do.
With that,
He's not going to move either. So
the monster is going to attack Rev.
okay.
You are right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
He is merely going to rise up onto his back legs
Oh God.
and slam his 2 front hooves directly into you. And with that, he hits. He does 2d8.
Oh. Which
Takes
one?
16 points of damage. Obviously,
All right.
whatever your armor is able to absorb.
Can
Which
I try to
reminds
use my
me.
second disallow on this, or can I do that until it's my turn?
You have a you held something, right?
Well, I used my main. I held my main last time, and I used my disallow. I don't know how disallow works when somebody goes before me. If I can use one of my
You would have
actions
to have had a
preemptively.
action spent in order.
You hold it.
So it'd been more like if you
I
held
would
an
have to
action
pass
to
both
go in.
my abilities
Right.
to have two. Okay. All right. So you said 16.
Yes.
16 minus 6. Okay, so that's 10. All right.
Speaking of which, kind of off topic, did you ever get the stats for the Razor Whip that me and Doc
Oh shit. Yes.
picked
Sorry.
up? No, it's just remembered now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Forgot about that. I don't think mine
Yeah.
works though.
It uses just kind of it's a little messed up. No big deal. It'll still fuck shit up, you know.
With that, Rev,
Yeah.
it comes back down, and you notice that it kind of hovers over you a little bit and leans in and begins to breathe out that frosty breath.
This is after he stomped on me.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I needed that sound.
It sounded a little bit like that.
I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
Rev,
Yes.
you go to almost like kind of put your hands up to block it. And as it begins to breathe this breath, you start to center yourself and focus. This is something that you didn't do purposely. It's out of pure protection of yourself in a situation. Whatever spirit that was with you at that time shields you. And the breath merely trinkles and spreads and floats off. Like frosty mist. And you hear, "Come on, bud. Doing what I can. There's somebody
sure.
here that's gonna need your help."
Do I recognize this voice?
It's my bad Otis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
turning into an 80s movie right now.
You actually sound like the guy who helped me build the Rev jet. So I was like, did he die?
Come on, Ref. Sorry, that's it.
There you go.
I apologize. I apologize to everybody out there. I'm just a little tired. Come on, Ref. I'm gonna need your help. There's somebody here. I need you to save.
Rev puts his hand in his pocket and rubs Otis's lucky dice. Or is it around his chest? I think it's around his chest. He grabs his lucky dice that he has.
Are we good, bud?
This is for you, Otis.
I mean, I'm dead, and I'm still saving you.
Well, you're also trying to blow me up, so you know. Well, the doc's taking your job, so you know it's.
And with
I
that,
appreciate it.
the voice of Otis merely fades. With that, Rev, you were up.
Okay. How far is it to this metal cage that that Voldo's on top of?
5 or so feet up to
All
the
right.
side. And about 10 feet or so behind you is the doctor's remote mine.
10 feet behind me is the remote mine. Okay. Rev is going to move his full move speed away from this thing on the other side of the cage. Basically, he's trying to lead this thing.
He's trying to
past the
lead it
cage.
through. Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the one that Voldo is on, he's going to hit his head directly into it. Does Voldo want to move away to one that is higher up?
Well,
feel
yeah.
like I feel like I
this point,
should, right?
At this point, you're close enough that you can just jump to them.
Yeah. Let me just
Okay.
jump. Let me jump over to one that's probably got the whichever one had like the best placement too. You know, that one he would naturally kind of stand under if I can.
Sure. Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
hard to see without a map.
Yeah, well, sorry guys.
No, yeah.
Don't have a map of every
Theater-
region.
Got it.
theater of the
Fuck,
mind.
Come on, bro. Get on it. Ugh.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and just roll a quick athletics check. You could Voldo, just make sure you get there.
14.
Yeah, you have no problem. Yeah, you start to see that.
I had that one. That's why I rolled 11.
Okay.
Nice.
You start to see that Rev is moving him away to one of the other higher up ones,
Okay.
and you kind of just like match his movements by following him to where he
Well, in
is.
that case, I want to stop right on the other side of it so that the cage is directly between me and this big dude, this big centaur.
Okay.
So basically, I want him to walk up to me, attack me, and get a big surprise on his head. That's what I want to happen.
Sure. You're gonna have to roll another persuasion in order to have him continue to.
Okay. To try to taunt him again?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try. At least I still have all my keywords. 15.
Okay. Yeah, with no problems, you're able to continue to keep him. What exactly are you saying to him?
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Okay. It doesn't exactly know what you are saying, other than that it's probably something that's just he doesn't want to hear. So
Rev's not. He doesn't have a lot of experience in taunting other
sure,
people.
not a
so.
problem.
I think you nailed it. You called his mom a whore and his dad a drunk. I think you're nailing it.
Okay.
And since I can't heal myself, and I'm actually gonna hold both my bonus and my main.
Okay.
Because
That's
I have
fine.
a hasted assault and a disallow, so I'm trying to just give myself all the opportunities to
Gotcha.
help my bros.
Voldo, you do notice that he starts to slowly kind of move this thing your way. Whatever it's doing is it's starting to start swinging its blade wildly at Rev, and Rev's just merely just ducking and dodging out of the way, just continuing to keep looking up to see which one that you're under, as he kind of like, yeah, okay. You just kind of like moving it towards
Your
you.
mom smells. I don't like you. You can't cook. You're bad at video games.
With that, I believe it is Voldo or Doc, whichever one person wants to go first. Essentially, it's under Voldo if you want Voldo to go first.
I mean, I'm still kind of just chilling up here. I say I go after if we can. Well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't know. What do you want to do, Doc?
So Rev ran over on the other side of this cage thing, or what?
Yeah, I'm kind of right. Like the guy's coming at me. There's a cage, and then I'm on the cage. hope
For
they
everyone, just give
follow.
me 1 quick second. I need to put something in chat for these guys, and then we'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, what's going on? Bum bum bum.
Okay, and we're back.
Oh,
All right.
nailed it! Almost nailed it.
Well done, Voldo. What would you like to do? This thing is now essentially right underneath.
It's underneath me.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, like I mean, it's like right underneath me. Like I can just like snip this bad boy, and we are good.
Yeah. You do notice that the drop is probably only like 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wish I would have realized this earlier, but okay. So then, yeah, let me cut it off and see if I can just kind of like maybe give it an extra little push and
Sure.
Maybe swing right for his head. I
You
don't
should do
know.
a whole. You should do a portal thing where it goes through one of your rifts, comes out the other from higher, it gets more and more.
Just
There's
build
more and
some
more momentum and
momentum.
speed. There you go.
Yeah.
Swing it. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Way too
What
much
would you like?
exhaust wasted.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and try and swing it, get as much momentum as I can, and just peg him. Is there anything that looks like a soft spot on him?
As far as you know, not really.
Okay, just the base of the neck.
It's just a
Yeah.
gigantic.
His head.
Sit-
Yeah.
It's a gigantic centaur that is half cultist, half cyber speed, carrying and
Okay.
wielding a big axe and wrapped with chain.
Okay. All right. Cool. Then I'm just going to just swing it and aim for him, back of his neck, something.
With that, go ahead and do advanced accuracy.
4. It's like the
Oh,
third
thank
4 in a
God.
row.
Thank
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
should I
With
roll
that,
it?
with that, you do hit. I'll roll the damage.
What's the damage on this one? Just
Uh,
do I roll for
you're
it?
gonna do something like that. It is 4d6 times
Ooh.
4d6 times what?
2.
Times 2. Okay. Okay.
It's calarium plated. It's heavy.
3, 5, 3, 5, 2, 10, 15. Then last one, 19. 19 times what? 2? Yeah. Okay, so that's 38.
Ooh, that's a nice hit.
Yeah. All right. I'm okay with
This, as it hits the essentially almost like square in the center of its back, Rev, you see him. You see Voldo kind of give it a little extra swing, and as he lets go, he even gives it a nice little stomp down before he
Yeah.
jumps to one of the other ones, and it just crumbles and drives this thing to the ground.
Nice.
All on fours. It just goes. It just goes. And you just see the cage just slam off to the side. It's a bit stunned. It's not like it hasn't stopped moving. It's trying to get back up to its standing position, but you can see that did a ton of damage, and just on the sound alone and the effect. This could be something if done right.
While he's down and stunned, can I use one of my held things?
Your what?
One of my held. I held my main and my bonus. Can I use one of them since he just got?
Absolutely. If you
Ran.
held it, you can do it.
Okay. So, what I would like to do is spend the exhaust to get my sword back.
Oh, well done.
So that's -1. And then because he's like prone in front of me, stunned, I want to use my biggest attack to try to take advantage of him being on the ground here.
You have advanced accuracy.
All right. And this is my Fury of the Jackal, where I can quickly slash up to 2 targets or 1 target twice if I spend extra exhaust. So I'm going to try
Okay.
to lay into this guy.
Go for it.
So, okay, I rolled a 6. And if I hit him twice, I need to roll twice to hit twice, correct? Okay.
If you decide that you're going to do it.
Yeah. And I rolled a 4 on the second one, so that's
You
advanced
get both
accuracy.
at both times.
Okay.
In the distance,
So
you
the-
hear, "Good job, Rev."
Yeah.
Thanks, Otis. I needed your luck.
Uh,
All right, so this is 3d10 times 3, and I get to do it twice. So,
wow.
Okay.
uh,
If it helps you out, Rev, Burgher was in the
Twice,
chat.
dude.
but I did. I saw
Yeah,
Burger.
Burger was in
Just
the
put
chat.
lol. Burger is the reason I hit.
Possible like 180 damage.
Oh, yeah. Possible 180.
It's
Possible-
ridiculous.
Possible Tony Hawk 180.
First one is
180,
18
bro.
damage times 3.
How much?
18 damage, 18 times 3.
What is that, 54?
That
54.
54, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one is 17 damage times 3. Which is what? 21.
51.
350.
Yeah, what?
So So
5150,
105 damage.
Not too bad at all.
Rev is pissed at this freaking horse for kicking his ass so far.
Rev, you
Yes.
in very Sith-like, you pull your
Yeah.
you pull your pike or your halberd or whatever it is at this point, and you just go to town. This is the first time you've seen Rev kind of angry. Rev actually he's screaming out this time. He's just like, ha, ha. And he's as he does these two humongous slashes. Both of them, Rev, you notice, completely just tear huge gaping wound into the rider itself. Even, and your second one actually snaps one of the chains. And these big,
Nice.
heavy, thick links just get snapped and shattered from your second attack. It is now completely been driven down back into the ground as it's trying to like get back up, and it still has life though, but those hits will go. Doctor or Voldo,
Since I still have my
because you have your
one
you
more.
have your second point. Yeah,
Yeah. Did you ever get the? Do you have the stats on that razor whip?
I put it in the chat already. That's
Oh,
why
you
we
did. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Shoot. Yeah. Okay. I can't see that right now.
Roll athletics though if you could. Voldo, I want to make sure that
Athletics.
your cool little jump to another one was
18.
yeah. Yep.
Nailed it.
You're so you kind of like flip to another one like ninja.
We have ninjas and
Yeah.
Sith in this room.
I just
fighting this thing.
finessed the hell out of that.
Absolutely, you do kind of
You
like
just flip in the middle.
a little pirouette on the
Yeah,
edge.
there we go.
You ran up the chain, jumped off, ran down the other chain.
Okay, you know, I'm gonna just go ahead and hold mine until I can figure out. I'll see. What chat did you put the razor whip stats in?
It's in the chat for this.
The Discord
Oh.
chat.
Yeah, the Discord
okay.
chat.
I
Doctor,
gotta pull that
you're
up.
up. What would you like to do?
I am going to seriously try and tie his damn legs together the best I can. I'm going to take the rope and I'm going to wrap them around his legs and tie the best knot I possibly
You know what? Go for it. You have the move speed to get up to him.
can.
Go
Where is he?
ahead. We're gonna do 2 rolls. Number 1, you're gonna roll power against me. See if you can.
Well, I mean, I
manhandle
got
him.
40 feet. I can move 40 feet, so
Yeah,
I'm not more than 40 feet from him.
Roll power against me.
All right, all right. So
I will give you it as
since I have power, do I get that or is it just a dice roll?
no. You get power with favorable.
Okay.
So go ahead.
I rolled 20, so 23.
Ooh.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can't outroll that.
24 on my D20.
7. You run up and you barrel yourself right into the side of this. I'll kind of flop it onto its side,
Nice.
tossing it off balance in order for you to kind of start to wrap
I
its
thought he
legs
was
up.
already on the ground.
No, but it was down. It wasn't like flopped over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've totally seen a rodeo where they grab the cow, and like flip it over to grab its legs. That's what I've seen
Yeah.
right now.
Unfortunately, it's like 2 times. It's like 3 times the
Yeah,
size of the
it's bigger.
doctor. And you start to wrap at least back 2 legs up. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah,
an
I'll take 2
athletics.
legs.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that quick athletics.
If I can't do all 4, I'll take just the 2. 13. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're able to get the back 2. You go to try to reach the front 2, and it slips its legs out and starts to kind of paw at you a little bit with like
Right,
really heavy cybernetic
Okay.
strikes.
Wrap those suckers up. I'm gonna do all my Boy Scout knots and everything.
It is officially restrained, at least on the back.
Nice.
and then I'm going to
Should plant your other mine on him.
that's a good idea, actually.
Well, you have that sword, the razor whip. You can always bust that out on him. That's some decent damage right there.
That's true. Even though mine's a little damaged, maybe.
Yeah, yours is a little worse for
Yeah.
wear.
You know what? I feel like this horse does deserve to be whipped.
Right.
So I'm going to
Exactly.
try and I'm going to take that puppy out and just give it a whirl.
Okay.
So
You must whip it. Whip it
I
good.
gotta whip it good. Yeah. Here we go.
Yours is damaged, so go ahead and roll to see if you attack. Wait,
All
what?
right. This is for Devo. 5.
5's a hit. You do half the amount of
Okay.
of dice then.
So you're gonna do 2d8 times
Right.
2.
Right. Okay.
So
So
that divided by half or whatever.
And what is
8.
phasing? Oh,
and I rolled 1. Can I roll it again?
No,
Oh,
that
you-
one.
none of
Because
that.
No, because you've already attacked. This is damage.
Oh, okay. Then
Well,
it's
if
then
it's
I rolled,
half,
9
rolled
times
9,
2.
so 9 times 2.
Yep.
18.
18.
18. That's not bad.
Damn, I rolled that 8 first. I was like, yeah, then a
Yeah.
1.
So what is phasing for phasing and bleed?
Phasing, yours doesn't have bleed either, Rev. I'm sorry, not Rev, Doc.
Doctor.
Phasing is it bypasses 2 armor,
Okay.
and bleed is essentially bleed. It does a bleed damage tick.
What do you mean by restrained?
Means it officially cannot move. Yeah, you do 2 cool whips, and like Rev kind of sees it, and so does Boldo, and so does Marvin, and I mean, I don't know how cool those whips were, but you did them.
Yeah, they worked. That's all that matters.
They didn't hit Rev this time, so
Yeah.
he's just happy.
And then I'm gonna just
Holy RPGs, you hear random stuff like this. This is true. We're whipping and restraining horses. It's pathetic.
he's yeah. I almost thought maybe I could try and like drag him over near that mine, but I'm gonna kind of back away. Maybe go
You can't.
toward Rev.
You've used your movement.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, never mind. I'm good then.
Okay, so Marvin, Rev, what do you want Marvin to do?
Well, he would love to do stuff, but he is currently at 1 exhaust, so he's going to pass both his main
Okay,
and
so
his bonus.
He'll get 3 exhausts back out of that.
Yeah, I get 3 exact.
You hear him in the
so.
back. He's going, "Don't worry, boss. I'm still in the game.
I got your back.
There's nothing going on back here."
I'm keeping an eye on this corner over here.
I'm just taking a quick rest. Give me a minute. Stopping the bleeding.
I'm not sleeping. Just close my eyes for a second.
Just resting
Checking my
eyes.
eyelids. Checking for leaks.
With that, the rider is going to still has its legs, starts to pull itself towards you guys.
Okay.
It's just so angry at what at everything that you've done that it attempts.
I'd be more pissed than me. I'd be like, "What are you?"
Why are you whipping me and tying my legs?
No, it likes that. It likes that.
You know what he's doing? He's doing what one of those. You remember the twins in Breaking Bad when he crawled after Walt through the window off the hospital bed? That's what this. That's what this.
There we go.
That's
Yeah,
what this thing's doing.
something like that.
He's just locked eyes with Walt, and he's just falling off the bed.
Okay, so the first thing he's going to do is he's going to heal himself.
Fucking heal. Damn it.
He's going to heal himself. So
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
You can't do that.
okay. Give me 1 second. Got to do some maths. Okay. You do notice that it starts to hum something. Again, dark energy seems to grow around it, Rev, that you can see and notice. It starts to the humongous gashes that you had created inside of it starts to heal up. Not completely, but they do start to heal up. And you notice that he was looking worse for the wear before you. Now he's not looking much better, but he's looking that there's still more life into him than he did happen mere seconds ago. With that, he's going to do a special attack. He pulls up his sword. The runic blade begins to pulse, and you hear a voice of hunger pounding within your mind, Rev. It's the voice from the sword itself. As it starts to swing towards you, you feel yourself almost mesmerized. Roll a d20.
Is this just a
This is
just a
straight
regular
d20.
roll? Okay. Oh crap! It fell. 15.
Okay. So you are not mesmerized and taken in by the sound, but it
Yay.
will strike. So do you have anything that you can do to get out of its way?
I have disallow. I have one more disallow. Yes.
You have the action to spend, because I know you've been saving some.
I saved. I used my Fury of the Wolf can be a bonus or a main. I used it as my bonus last time, so I could use a main to disallow. Yes.
Okay. Would you like to try to disallow this?
Can I wait to see if he hits before I disallow? No.
No.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna disallow it. Or I'm gonna
Okay.
attempt to. I have to roll a d20 with advantage against you.
Go ahead. Roll the d20.
8.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, yes.
All right.
You telling me that 8? You telling me that 8 gets the job done?
Well, it was a 5 if I didn't have advantage.
I still wouldn't have beat you.
That's true.
As he goes to swing, tell me, how do you stop him? What is it you do?
You said it's like a black sword, right?
Yes.
Since I have my Naginata soul blade, well, I guess it's a soul spear now, in my hand, I want to actually parry this thing.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So as he goes to swing this heavy sword, you merely just parry and
Do a cool spinny parry to make it bury itself on the ground.
as it hits and parries with your own weapon, you feel a surge of dark energy pulse through your own Naginata for a mere second, the moment that it touched. As it does, again, sparks seem to fly off. The moment that the two weapons touch, and it slides off. And as it does hit, it's as if the weight of the blade is like 2 tons as it slams again into the sandstone floor and shattering where it hit. With that, it is Rev, because all I had was just the miss and my heal. So
Yes.
you are up, Rev.
Rev is kind of like Marvin last time, where he's not able to do much. So he's going to run to the cage that Voldo is under again.
Okay.
And do the exact same thing as before. Get on the other side and try to taunt this thing.
Okay. Not a
I
problem.
know he's immobilized. I don't know if that's
not going to be able to get you.
Okay. He's still gonna run
Go
away.
push him. Just go push him.
He's gonna say, "We're kiting you, bro." Everybody shoot at him.
Go
now.
ahead and roll persuasion again to keep the
Okay.
to keep this kiting going.
With my advanced rolls, I got a 7.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Fair enough. Voldo or the doctor, who would like to go?
I'm going to. I don't know. Would you? I'm going to. I want to try and hit him with the dynamo disc again, and try and blind him.
Oh, okay. Go
So
for it.
he can't see anything.
You will get advanced accuracy because he is currently restrained and bound.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
5 again.
Woo! He
Nice.
All
hits.
aces. I'm all aces. All right.
Well, 6
Um,
aces, so you're all king.
That
Queens, maybe.
You're lucky I gave you that. I could take it away.
So that yeah, I'm gonna blind him.
Okay. So you toss your dynamo disc. This one you place perfectly. Good doctor. You slide it right in front of its front hoof, and it explodes in just a pure flash of phosphorescent light, blinding this. I need Voldo and the good Rev here to see if they can skirt their eyes.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Are we doing athletics? Or
It's only for the centaur or whatever he is.
Is there a range on your dynamo disc?
strength?
No, just roll a d20
It doesn't say. It
or
just
roll awareness. Roll awareness, whatever you got.
within
Nat-
5
nat
feet.
20.
It's a 5 foot radius.
Well,
That's 20.
okay. Oh, if,
All right,
if it's
and I
5
rolled
feet,
a 14.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
it's
they,
5 feet.
they both don't catch it.
They're good.
Darn
They're
my
fine.
Yeah, I should have probably checked that before. I
It's
had no clue.
Commercialized.
I had no clue where you guys were. Really.
okay. All right.
Sorry, it's just 5 feet after the fact.
It is currently right now blinded as well. So it's restrained and blinded. Compliments of the good doctor.
I did a Three Stooges eye poke on him.
Do you have anything else you can do? that it?
I'm gonna hold my main, because that could have been a main or a bonus.
Sure.
And what does that mean again? I get what? Like I get an exhaust or something back?
If you don't not holding, if you passed it, then
Oh, I'm gonna
then-
pass.
Okay, which one are you passing?
I'm passing my main.
Okay, then you get 2 exhausts.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So
if
essentially
you pass a
that would
bonus,
just-
you get 1.
So essentially, that dynamo just didn't cost me anything then, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Right, cool.
Holdo, you're up.
Okay.
The good doctor is just doing some status effects on this guy.
Yeah, right.
I'm-
Sexy.
I'm trying to slow him down. That was my mission, right?
That's exactly what
He-
Rev
I
asked
think
you to
he's-
do.
Rev
think
was hoping
he's-
it would happen before.
I think
he
he's slowed and he's ready for you guys' awesome weapons. Because I mean,
Rev's like a little late,
Um,
but I mean, I'll take it.
Better late than never, I guess.
Okay, I guess how's this setup? If I were to pull off that, like, how far? Where is this bad guy? Where's the closest of my friends in relation to this bad guy?
Rev would essentially be the closest.
And about how far
I
away is
moved
he?
right back to him, though. I moved to that cave.
Yeah, but I'm just still saying he's just saying relative to him, you're
Oh,
the
okay.
closest.
I thought the
Rev's
doctor
like
was doing
essentially
next to him.
below you, so he's not.
How far away is he from the bad guy? Like, how many feet would you say?
10 feet or so.
Okay.
I
Let
know.
me just.
He's-
No.
He's going for it.
I'm judging. I'm looking down at him. I'm looking up at the sky. I'm like doing some mental math and stuff. But no, I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot some blood arrows and
Okay.
try and take a snipe shot at this bad boy.
Go for it.
And that's a 5.
All right. Hit.
Okay. And I'm just gonna do red 3 VP on it, and it's gonna be 1d8.
Wow, Rev went hard
5
and just
so
blew
it's gonna be
it all, and these
10.
guys are just like,
10. Hey, I've already done like 60 damage to him.
That's
So
good
hold
question.
on.
He did 105.
I know. So, but yeah. So I just did. What was this? Just 10 damage.
Okay, not a problem. That worked.
Oh, I should have just used my. Oh snap! I forgot.
You have anything else you'd like to do as you fire a few arrows for good measure into this thing?
So you said he's below me.
Rev is
Where's the bad guy?
in front of you, about 10 feet away.
10 feet away. Okay, you know what? Then let me go ahead and just smack him with my razor whip.
Okay.
Just gonna
You have
bust
the-
this out and just.
You have the distance. It's a melee weapon.
Yeah, it's 10 feet. So if he's about 10 feet in front of me, it should be the
Yep,
perfect.
that should be
distance.
fine.
Okay, since he's just right there and still restrained, advanced accuracy. Still restrained, right?
Does it say 10 feet on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just use It's
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give you advanced accuracy.
Okay. 5. All right, I'm killing this right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Death by 1,000 whips.
So whips. Okay, so this is 4d8. Hold on.
Is he doing like Modern Family or something? Whatever.
Yeah, Family Guy.
Put Family Guy.
3.
Who whips?
Stewie.
Yeah.
Who whip?
3, 9, 11, 17 total times 2. So what is
34.
that?
34.
Yeah. That one. Boom. 34 damage from that. And bleeding. Is that bleeding again? What
Yes.
was bleeding?
Yours
again?
has bleeding,
Yeah.
and he is currently bleeding.
And it has phasing, so I don't know if that helps
Yeah.
with his armor.
He doesn't have any armor.
Okay.
Okay. Rev, what you just see above him is just somebody just looks very much like
Jesus.
what the good doctor did. And you see that he's starting to put some really nice big gashes into the back of this thing. Again, it screams out in pain. It's even more aggravated that it's been bound and restrained. It's going to try to break out. You just see that it's just bulging, just trying to snap that rope. But it's Marvin's turn.
But it's Marvin's turn.
Yep.
Can I use my movement to just kind of get away now?
Sure, yeah. Are you just going
Yeah.
to continue to keep ninja jumping on top of these things?
Yeah. I was gonna say I want to be back on top of stuff and all that jazz.
Roll a
Crap, I moved to this cage so you could drop it on.
Yeah.
That's why I want to make sure I'm back up on top of that cage. I wasn't sure if I got down or not.
Yeah, you kind of like jump down to like,
Oh, okay.
and then he
Yeah,
just jumps back up. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to jump back
More
up on
ninja
top.
flips and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he's like Narutoing around.
Yeah.
Oh, what would you like Marvin to do?
Marvin would like to again try to steady shot this guy.
Let's do it, Marvin. I'll give Marvin advanced accuracy, but it
Oh,
won't
come on,
matter.
Marvin.
It won't matter.
Will it matter? Who knows?
It really won't.
I don't think anything's gonna help Marvin. Come on. 2.
Do
Marvin
it.
is the worst shot
Marvin's
of all
cursed.
time.
Marvin goes to fire, and you hear him just go, click. And you hear him just go, yeah, misfire.
Hey, it's better than him popping another shot off randomly.
Rev just yells, "Marvin, are you there?"
You go, still here, boss. Still here. Yep. Misfire.
I want to
I-
take
I
Pie
could-
Boy's role next time.
I can try to do something else.
Actually, Marvin, no, you can't because you're out of exhaust. So that was like his one attack. So
You hear
he's
him
gonna
just go-
pass his
I can do something else. But I'm so tired.
bonus. I can do something else tomorrow, maybe.
Unfortunately, yeah. Are you just gonna pass on Marvin to get some exhaust back?
Yeah, to get one to maybe
Okay.
heal next turn or something. I don't know.
All right. With that, I am going to try to break my restraints with the rider. Unfortunately, I don't do it, and the restraints hold.
Nice. Those
It starts to begin
Boy Scout nuts. They're
to
good.
just turn itself. It's just like pushing and sliding itself with its arms just around to see Rev again. And
It's
it
pissed.
again it expels that frosty breath towards you.
Must have a 10-yard range or 10-foot range then.
So he's not blind anymore.
He can hear though.
Ooh,
He is not gonna. He is going to have
Rev's
to
not
finish-
making any noise.
Well, Rev did
Oh,
yell
Rev
at him and taunt
has
him.
been yelling this
Oh,
whole
yeah.
time. He's been saying horrible things about his dad.
And his skill at video games.
he is-
lots of mean things.
He is though at curse, so that means I can only hit 6.
And he's bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to take it. He doesn't fully get around to where Rev is before he expels it out, and it doesn't exactly hit Rev. You can see that it's kind of like shifting itself, trying to pinpoint and hear exactly where Rev is now, and hoping that when he did expel, that he hear some kind of gasping, some kind of pain from Rev, and he doesn't hear it, and it's just pure utter frustration that is mounting over him. He does bleed and take more damage. And with that, he merely stops and becomes still. Rev, he goes completely still. You don't even
Completely
notice
still, huh?
like him breathing or anything. Almost that.
I would like to yell out to the doc. Hey, doc. Can you tell if this thing is dead? Because you know you're a doc. Doctors know that kind of stuff, right?
I don't think he is.
Can Rev use his?
Are you basing that on some kind of roll or just on just some kind of guess?
Well, you said all he did was kind of stop.
Yeah.
Is he?
Did you want to
laying
make
down?
a roll on that, or you just tossing out something?
You know,
Well,
your scientific skills.
I mean, you were a doctor.
If I need to roll, then I'll roll.
The roll an investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation requires you at least have to get close to it.
Well, I'm.
Or if you're just trying to look from a distance.
I am. I thought I was pretty close to him because I had to whip. I had to whip him. I was within 10 feet.
Oh God! Don't say it like that. Yes, fine.
I
had to whip him like he was a child.
I'll split the distance from like his back just to get a little closer, not too close.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Is that an investigation roll?
Yeah.
Based on your scientific knowledge of all things living, at least, it seems you can't necessarily determine if it's dead, but it is currently right now inert.
Can
It's
Rev?
what?
It's inert.
Oh.
Can Rev use his mystical skill to see if there's still a soul inhabiting this body?
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
If Voldo would like to roll something like that, because he does have mystical.
I rolled a 22.
10.
Whatever is being bound inside the rider itself has now been put to sleep.
can I attempt to capture this bound energy in my soul blade like I would capture essence when I kill creatures? Is there any way I can attempt to do that with my soul blade?
Based on what you have felt, it is too much of a dark energy for you to be able to.
Okay.
This is like the energy that you felt from the night terror. This is almost like
Times what?
times 3.
Okay.
Especially for the times that your blades touch the transference of energy. This is something that's beyond being bound by anything that you believe that you can do current.
Okay.
All right, well, speaking of blades, let's go at least move the blade away from him, pull it out of his arm, pull it to the other side of the room.
Okay. I could use my
And I'm
spear
gonna
to
hang
shoot
on
it
to
away.
it. How big is this sword, by the way?
It's quite large.
Okay. I mean,
It is
we
quite
could-
large. It's quite heavy. When
We
it's
could,
in its
try and
hand,
take it.
it's up to you,
It
gentlemen.
seems
Does
like
What are
anybody
you
want
doing?
to? Anybody
Dark
want to grab
energy.
it?
That's like one of these dark energy things that Rev doesn't want to touch, I think. If his soul is a dark energy that he can't absorb, he does not want the sword that goes
Yeah.
along with it.
All right,
Doctor?
Doc.
I kind of want to beat a dead horse.
Oh, come on. The puns, dude.
I don't buy this one bit. I think he's doing some weird thing where he's like, I don't know, meditating or
Hibernating.
something.
Did you say he's
Um,
hibernating?
Yeah, hibernating for the winter.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop a drone. I'm gonna drop a drone, mine drone.
On top of it?
Drop a D.
Yeah, why not?
All right, go for it.
Just throw. I'm just gonna. Well, from where I take it back. I'm gonna move back 10 feet so that I'm clearing the 15 feet.
Sure.
Oh
Be
no!
safe.
I'm gonna
Safety
drop it
first.
first. I'm gonna toss it first, and then move
Okay.
back.
Do you ask everybody to move back?
Yes, I tell everyone I'm gonna try and blow this mother up.
Okay. Rev
You guys,
moves
back up.
out of the radius.
Yep, I'm
Oh.
out.
Okay, go for it.
After scooting
So
his
I'm only
sword
5
away
feet
from-
away right
Wait,
now.
hold on, time out. Did you scoot away the sword first, or is he placing this on and you move? What order are
Sword
we
is
doing this?
scooted away. Oh yeah, I'm already away.
I'm gonna scoot the sword with my spear, and then I'm gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm over by the sword at this point, like kind of, but still a good like 5-10 feet away from it.
Okay.
6.
Wow.
Yeah, see, we'll try and blow it up, exactly.
So now I gotta back up.
Yes, and then just detonate it and do damage.
Hopefully this finishes it.
How much damage does it do?
Ooh.
Tell me tell me what you're rolling here.
1d8 times 2,
Oh, okay.
and I just rolled an 8 and a 3, 11.
You said 1d8 times 2?
Well, it's
Yeah,
1d8, and then
It's
What was the
1d8
first-
times 2.
What was
That
the
means
first
it's 16.
D8 again?
This means it's 8 damage times 2, so you
Yeah.
got 16. That's
16.
Oh
the
yeah.
max
Well,
damage.
no, I roll an 8, then a 3, so it's what, 22.
It's 8.
It's
1d8.
1d8 times
And then-
2.
Then you multiply that amount.
Oh,
Well,
gotcha.
16,
Okay,
16.
so 16, yeah.
It explodes, as Pie Boy says. You blow it up for Otis. And as it explodes, part of it merely shatters like sandstone.
Part of it, what?
Shatters like sandstone.
The mine itself.
No. the rider.
Oh, interesting.
It is not completely blown up, but it's merely like blowing up a statue. It still mostly stands there.
I'm gonna tell the guys. It seems to me like somebody decided to press pause on this thing, so to speak. That's some weird shit. You guys see that?
It
It's like
it,
a rock.
it
It could
It-
just be from damage.
it takes you, Rev and Boldo, by surprise, because you were 100% sure that this was half a cultist, half humanoid, and have some kind of cyber speed. And now it merely explodes like sandstorm. Like very much everything else that seems to be been built within these walls of war bandits. Like a mere statue.
Sense.
Voldo,
It's a robot.
Can you try to banish this thing? Send it through a banishment rift, so if
Yeah,
you can't
I
destroy
mean,
it,
we
you can
could.
use-
Well, I mean, have we tried just finishing it off? Can we just keep hitting it till it dies? Have we tried that? I mean, because we've only done about, like, I don't know, 250-ish damage. We could be getting close. Because he said when he last hit it, like, what, a chunk fell off of it. We could just kind of keep taking chunks off till it dies.
I'm down.
Unless you think it's...
I'm afraid that knocking chunks off this is like he's going to Terminator mode, and the chunks are just going to come back when he gets revived. You know.
all right. Okay, well, hey, screw
I
it.
kind of feel
Maybe
like
it's-
I kind of feel like there's something else.
Like if we can't
controlling
banish the
this
soul of
situation.
this thing, we're not going to
Okay.
kill it. So unless we have another way to get rid of the soul, I don't think killing the body completely is going to stop it.
So let me go ahead and try and use Banishment Rift on this bad boy. And he's still stunned. So do I still get advanced accuracy?
Sure.
All right. 2. Never mind.
For some reason, you just can't focus on opening up a rift.
Can I use my other main now? See if I can
Sure.
try that again?
Yeah, if you want
Okay.
to.
Let me try that. Might as well. 4. All right.
Okay, that one does. Again, you open up the fissure. I'm guessing just right upon it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of farther on the other side of everybody else, but
Sure.
still just it's right on top of it.
Okay. So Rev, he does open up the fissure. As it opens up, the rider itself seems to be pulled into the rift like fine sand. The rider itself merely starts to dissipate. Again, like small chunks of this rock and debris and just float freely into the banishment rift.
Can I see with my mystical ability if the soul has followed the body?
Roll Mr.
19.
At that point, it's like grains of sand through an hourglass. Don't think about
These are the days.
these are the days of our lives. As it starts to be sucked in and pulled, you notice that there is no.
There is no soul.
Ooh.
Do I still detect that dark energy that I detected before?
You can, but you don't feel that it's coming that much. What is
Okay.
left of it at this point, and it's been pulled through.
What is
Something
left
else
of it has.
that's
what?
being pulled through.
I'm sorry, I lost about half of what you said.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever that is left that is being pulled through.
Whatever's left has been pulled through.
It has been pulled through,
Yeah, okay.
and you don't
So-
So I
detect
could close
anything that
this.
it was coming from that.
Okay,
So I could
I don't
close this
detect.
off.
I don't detect the dark energy still where that
Right.
being was. Okay.
So I can close this off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and close this off then, yeah.
Yeah. Rev
Okay.
says, close it.
As he goes to close the rift, something emerges.
Oh crap.
And as the last grains go through the fissure and start being able to close, out comes that leather-bound tome that
Oh
you
my God.
thought you had tossed into the void before.
That grimoire.
The grimoire is back.
Open it back up, open it back up.
Do we have anything that we can store this thing in that would be sterile or I don't know, contain it, man?
Seriously though, I'll see if I can get to my next turn and I'll just swap it back out.
You talking about the tome?
Yeah.
It is back.
Okay, it just showed up.
Yep.
It came out of the banishment rift.
Yeah.
It came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
more-
flapped its
Oh God!
thing.
Wow.
Just opened up, just like a birth canal, you know, just right out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
The tome and grimoire sits there in front of you, pulsating with that same dark, powerful energy that it had before. You also get the feeling that it's also coming from the sword that is now essentially laying on the ground. And you do notice the sword has shrunk inside.
Oh. Is this the same type of energy that the book is emanating?
As far as you know, Rev, it kind of feels that way, but you're not absolutely 100% sure.
Okay. So it's similar, but I can't tell if it's the same.
Correct.
Okay. Rev just looks at his two friends as like, this is some dark crap right here. We need to contain this somehow.
Can we destroy this book?
We banish this thing. I don't think we're doing anything better than that to destroy it. I mean, you could try to attack it. Are going to bounce right off this thing.
It's a. Yeah.
You do not understand the power that is in these things. I have seen it take over a person.
No, I don't.
I don't understand the power in this thing.
I don't want to understand. I don't know of anything I have that could do anything like that, like put a block on it or something. Anyone have any type of like disenchantment type thing or anything?
Well, that was my last move, so I don't have a mana room bonus anymore. So
we're
whoever
not
doesn't
really
need
in
that-
combat anymore, are we?
You are not in combat at all.
Oh, we're not in combat. Oh, okay. Okay.
Should we just try and leave it here?
You know, I could use time rewind and see if I can pull off rewinding time, make it happen like before we swap those guys out, but then we're still stuck with the other guy. But I feel like that might be better.
What did you bet? I thought the
Marvin begins to just walk towards the group.
Like, what's up, Marvin? We got another book.
Oh, wow. Great. That book looks kind of interesting. It's kind of familiar. Wait a minute. That's not the same book. Is it, boss?
Okay, so funny story about that.
Wait, how? It can't come back. I thought we stuck it in the rift.
Yeah,
About that.
apparently it can come back out of the rift if we open it again.
How big's your rift? Holdo.
How big's yours?
Big enough to carry a monster and the book.
my rift is as big as it needs to be.
Well, it doesn't seem any big enough because
Apparently not. I have a feeling we can only shove like maybe 1 or 2 things in there at a time. Any more than that, it just starts tearing. I don't want that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking like maybe this thing just has a mind of its own.
Seems like it. It wants to be present, so it brought itself back.
It wants to be found.
I don't think it was anything that we did. I think we
All
just
right, we're screwed.
gave it an opportunity to come back.
Well, we can't touch this thing because if you touch it, you get possessed by this thing. I've seen that.
Well, Marvin just goes, listen, I'm not gonna touch it. So I'm just
kill
gonna
it.
I'm just gonna go over here and I'm just gonna like lay down
kill it.
for a bit and sit because my trigger finger is hurting.
It needs to shoot something.
Or
So I say we just kill this. Yes.
we keep pressing forward and just get away from the book.
That's what I'm thinking.
Can we do that? Can we just bypass this? A possibility.
Maybe if we go in the hall, it can't see us in the hall.
Red doesn't want to leave this thing just lying around. He's afraid that something's going to use his power and just chase him down.
Probably bad idea.
Okay.
Can Rev try to build something out of any of the materials in the room, like parts of the engine, to like contain this thing?
If you're just trying to make something, let me ask: are you trying to make something to carry it in?
Yeah, like basically some sort of, kind of like we did with that.
Like a little carrying case. Is what you're trying
Yeah, like a case that's metal that keeps us from touching it, but allows us to carry it with
You
us.
probably could manufacture something with some of the parts that are lying around, of course.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to do that because Rev does not want to leave this lying around.
Okay. Just make an engineering check. Good.
Okay.
Holdo and Doc, anything you want to do?
Plus, I have a 5 for engineering, by the way. Rolled a 5.
Oh, okay.
No idea.
Well, I
Would
can
you-
offer my assistance.
Would you like to help Rev again?
Yeah.
Please help Rev make a box.
Marvin will go.
Wow.
Listen, boss. You look tired. I'll help you out.
Yeah, please help me, Marvin.
Marvin rolls a 12 for you. So together it's
12.
17. What does it have to
16.
Yeah. With
Alright.
everybody's
There you go.
help, you're able to fashion something.
Can we have that something carry the sword as well? Because I'm afraid of this sword
How big?
doing
Okay.
something
So
similar.
you want to stick both of them in there?
Yeah, like a long, skinny box where the book and the sword can fit in there.
Okay.
Gotta be
Yeah, so-
gentle. We don't want it to tear.
So you, yeah, absolutely. So you make 2 of them essentially. Are you
Okay,
trying to
sure.
strap these to your back as you move?
I'm gonna put the long box on the back, like across with from my Naginata blade. Kind of use rope or cable to
Who's
tie
holding?
it.
Who's holding the book?
I was gonna ask Marvin to hold on to that.
Doc, you guys have a
Wait,
problem
did
with that?
you banish the centaur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did my rope go with
And then
it?
the, and then
Yes.
Shit. I love that rope, man.
Sorry.
I bought it.
I have some high tension cable.
Sorry.
Something. Just
Oh, that sucks. I thought I was thinking maybe that he like disintegrated and the rope stayed behind. That sucks. Damn.
My bad.
Too bad the
Yeah.
stupid book couldn't bring the rope back with it. That would have been pretty sweet if it was tied to the rope and like boom,
Yeah.
came through.
Still.
Okay,
Centaur just chucked it.
unfortunately, you do not have the rope in this room.
Yeah. Okay.
Golly.
Okay.
So much
No, that's
promise.
fine. They can carry it. Yeah, they can carry it all. I don't mind.
Okay. You just kind of create some kind of container. Before you do, how do you pick these up and transfer them into the container?
I'm going to scoot them in with my soul spear, my
That
soul
works.
Naginata. Put the book in a little box, seal it up, like use my plasma cutter to like weld it shut,
Ooh.
you know, and And actually, instead of having Marvin, Rev actually started to kind of feel responsible for this thing. He's going to kind of latch that onto his belt. And then
The
same
book?
thing with, yeah, the book. He'll latch on the book to like his
You
waist.
give Marvin the sword.
No, I'm gonna put the thing in and I'm gonna strap that to my back opposite my blade.
Oh, okay. So Rev
Rev's
has
gonna hold
both.
both of these dark artifacts.
Okay, Rev. And initially,
Yes.
when you put them on you, you feel a heavy weight. For the remainder of the time that you have it on you, your movement is cut in half.
Ooh, movement cut in half. Okay.
Okay. With that, gentlemen, you are no longer in the encounter. What do you want to do?
God, I want to rest.
I would like to rest too, but I'm
Yeah, I don't
fortunate
Is it
because
possible?
I still have full vitality, and I have over half my exhaust, so I'm doing okay for the most.
You do a little bit of an awareness check, a little bit of investigation, just kind of try to check the situation of the story itself. Marvin just goes around and he just goes, there's nothing we can do about the situation. We have to rest. Maybe we'll just have to do shifts to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Have
he
somebody on
goes,
watch.
Yeah.
and he goes and he closes the two back doors. He just goes, maybe close the front one and then we'll post and just watch each other's back until we rest up.
First, can I take a look around where this room that we're in, see if there's anything that we notice now that it's all settled and
Sure.
you know.
Go ahead, just roll an awareness for investigation. What you want.
I wanted to do the same thing, but I only rolled a 5.
Okay.
14.
Although
Yeah.
you do notice that the room itself, again, is very much built like a cathedral with high vaulted ceiling. That's where the cages are being dangled. But from side to side, so from east to west, you notice that it probably goes on for another 200 to 300 yards. Deep, so it's extremely wide. And even all the way down to the very end are just filled with cages and cages. But the farther you get down to the end, you notice that some of the cages have the bones inside the cages, and they all have kind of a charred look on that outside deposit themselves. So you figured that they probably were electrocuted and fried immediately inside. So maybe those were failed experiments who never fully transformed.
There's nothing like in the remains of any of this stuff. Nothing worth checking out anywhere. Nothing shiny.
In regards to anything shiny, no.
Okay. No money. Nothing anywhere. Just something lying around. Nothing.
Yeah, in regards to these, again, based on some of the torn clothes and such that you see kind of piled up in a corner, that they were probably just vagabonds.
Okay. All right. Let's take a nap. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I'd like to find the darkest corner in this room, take off the weapon, the book, set them aside, and try to like meditate and rest and sleep, whatever will give us the most recovery.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and take a nap in the corner too.
Next
that's
Rev,
cool.
you guys cuddle?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
cuddle?
Yeah, we do. Keep each other for warmth.
Rev elbows him
Of
away.
course.
Marvin says,
And then I sneak up overnight.
Marvin goes, I'll take the first watch.
Can't Doc take the first watch since he's like full health?
Yeah, I'll take the first one.
The doc, he goes, okay.
Marvin, allow me.
Thank you, Doc. Marvin's like, my finger is really tired.
Understood, Doc. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. You
And
need to focus on accuracy.
Marvin just finds a small little dark corner, kind of pops himself up, puts the gun up, pops it up against the wall, and just immediately falls. Rev, the moment that you take off these dark objects, you feel completely light. Your movement is fully restored. As long as do you pass out as well for sleep?
Is there any way for Rev to meditate instead of sleep to recover? Or would sleeping
Unfortunately,
be the
no.
same?
Sleep
Okay.
is what you're gonna have.
All right. Well, then he is just going to sleep then, yes.
Boldo, you do the same?
Yes. I'm gonna curl up with my razor whip though, so I just have it already.
Okay. As you guys find sleep, you don't dream at all. Doc, as you're merely watching over them, you don't really hear anything within this very, very large chamber that causes you any kind of alarm. But you do constantly feel as if you're being constantly snapping around looking. You believe that you think you see something, and it's just nothing. During the time that you're awake and watching, it's the feeling of 1,000 eyes. This
Feeling of what?
1,000 eyes on you. Yet nothing stirs other than your cohort in the corner. You do notice that Boldo snores a lot,
Yeah.
and that Marvin kind of
And I moan,
yeah,
whine.
and Marvin mumbles something in his
He mumbles Rev a lot for some reason.
As Marvin wakes up, takes a second shift, allows you to rest. You guys wake up in approximately about 6 hours. Before you start to hear a voice again in your head. And with that, we will pick that up next week. That will end our
Nice.
session here.
And some epic battles, man.
EB, bruh. EB. EB, bruh.
I want to thank everybody who hung out with us this evening. I want to thank Burgher who slid in for a second, for Pie Boy, and for there was a few other people that were checking us out. Thank you so much. This game again is called Horizons Unknown After Earth RPG. This is called Here on the Waste. We're a game we play every Friday night with my good friends here, Mr. Rev118, aka Ran118. Thank you so much for hanging out with
My
us, good
pleasure.
sir.
Thank
Tell
you
us
again,
where
sir.
they can find you at.
They can always find me at twitch.tv/Rand118 and over on YouTube. Same thing. Thank you again, Scott.
Absolutely. Of course, my brother from another mother, Shane. Thank you so much, good sir.
Yes, sir. Thank
You
you.
actually did some cool stuff.
Well,
It's true.
tried.
It's true. You succeeded. You succeeded pretty good.
You were stunning and blinding and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
And beating a dead horse.
That guy got attacked.
Beating
like,
a
they
dead
gotta-
horse and whipping a dead
Tying
horse.
legs.
apparently.
Yeah. He didn't even attack the whole time because he was like stunned the whole time. So
Yeah.
that was kind of cool.
It's like I gained a whip, but I lost the rope. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
kind of conflicted. I'm gonna have to try and wrap the whip around somebody. I don't know.
There we go. Just Indiana Jones that thing, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
And of course, my good friend Mike. Thank you so much, Mike, for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Always a pleasure, sir.
We want to thank everybody who hung out with us again this evening. You guys have been wonderful. Again, if you want to check up any of the past episodes, go ahead and hit my YouTube channel and check them out. They get posted every week. And you can definitely watch that and get caught up and see what other shenanigans happened previously. But we want to thank everyone. Everyone just be safe, be good. And until next time, keep it safe on the waste, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Peace.